Hello, Crew Maru. Hello, Toycanic fans. You might be asking, why so casual? Well, I figured it'd make everybody else more comfortable if I was a little more relaxed. Because some of these conversations that we're about to have might get a little heated. No, I think this is going to be fun. I know I just did a live stream, and this kind of hit yesterday. I noticed that all the big toy reviewer guys and whatnot, and some of my favorites, honestly, like Captain McKay, one of my favorite guys in the toy industry, like the toy photography, working, like, I don't know, this guy's just super cool. I'll be putting the description, or down in the description, I'll put a link to his YouTube. Go subscribe to this guy. I love him. I'm going to have him on the show. We're going to start having guests later on, so that's kind of a special for you. But I don't want to ramble on too much. I just thought I would show this off. My friend Ashley got this for me. And it's even got a little extra here. You get real relaxed. You show off like, like Superman. But Aquaman. Anyways, figure I'd get comfortable, get my big Jedi sleeves going, looking like an orange wizard. Yeah, let me go ahead and sign into the chat like usual, and we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to this. Do this. billmaru's top 10 of 2020. All right. So, yeah, this was hard. This was hard for me to pick out 10, especially in such a short time frame, since I wasn't really sure that I was even going to be doing this. I would have done a regular video, but, I think it's more fun to do live streams. We can just get cozy. We can relax. Sip some tea. We can have conversations about these as well. I haven't really got my order fixed as much as I wanted to. I'm struggling with a few of the... Yeah, it was a really great year for figures. But we're going to start with my top 10 figures. Then we'll get into like my top 10 repairs. And I've got some honorable mentions, of course. I think everybody has to. There's so many. It's crazy how far behind I am in my brain thinking about like what figures were. I was like, man... Nightcrawler, Marvel Legends Nightcrawler, got to be on my list. 2019. I was like, man, Charles Xavier from the Marvel Legends. 2019. I was struggling to find a Marvel Legend figure to go on my list. But anyways, we're going to start with number 10, obviously. This was hard for me to do. But, we're going to go for it. First off, before I start, I want to say hello to Bob the Odd, Chad, Ricky M, Samurai Chris, Ori Omega, my man Ori, Nathan Moldenhauer, Chrisman, Han Solo. You guys are the first ones here, so thank you for showing up tonight. Appreciate it. Glad you didn't have anything else better to do than listen to me ramble and talk. I usually don't do this many live streams this close together, obviously, but... we're coming in close to the end of the year, and instead of going through and shooting a bunch of video and editing and whatnot, I'd rather talk to my guys here, talk to my crew, Maru, like Bats879, Josh Smith, wow, every time he shows up and says, what's shaking? What's going on, Josh? I'm glad you're here. So you're just in time for the start. We're going to start with number 10. Here we go. Number 10 on my list, the Todd McFarlane Toys Infected Superman. McFarlane almost didn't make this list. He was going to be stuck in the honorable mentions because I've had to mod every single figure to be a good action figure. Oh my gosh, Darth Clueless just jumped in with a $14.99 super chat saying, can't stay long, we'll watch the replay. Darth Clueless, my man, thank you so much. That was awesome. Dude just showed up out of nowhere, super chatting, and is out of here like a freaking superhero. Darth Clueless, everybody. Oh, thank you, Darth. That's so freaking cool, man. We got Elm Street's Where It's At is in here. But yeah, we got a wild Toddy Mac appearing right now. Yeah, Ashley in here. You can see her commenting down there. She got me this robe a little while back, so I figured I'd show it off to everybody. Look at this, just a quick little turnaround here. It's got some pockets. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Goes a little past the knees. Breathes. I like this. This is my favorite thing. Like I'm doing magic. Like Bob the Odd said, I'm an orange wizard, so it feels like this is my, like, I should wear this when I work. Although these sleeves are so long, which I love them, but whenever I'm gonna reach over here to grab a figure, it's gonna knock some of them over. So this might come off a little way through it if I get a little warm. It's toasty, but it's comfortable and it breathes. Anyways, thank you, Ashley. What's up, T-Dog? Billy Moon, my main man. I'm not even going to call you Billy 2 because, you know, we're both number 1. So, yeah. Number 10. Infected Superman. I just think this is the best one Todd did. I say Todd, but the crew and the, you know, he's the face, but let's face it, McFarlane Toys. This figure is awesome. I really like it. I'm not a giant Superman fan. So I guess having this like evil one is kind of cooler. I like Bizarro, and you know, this is kind of like a mix in between the two. It feels like, but this figure's awesome, man. Like I said, I almost didn't make the list. Almost didn't make the list. I almost wanted to shut Todd out and be like, you better start giving us thigh swivels, or your figures aren't going to make the list. I saw some You would have thought Spawn would have been the one on here, which I do love Spawn, but man, there's something about this figure that the proportions are right, the scaling feels right, the sculpt is on point, simple is better, and I can't believe they didn't use this for Superman. I hope they reuse this mold. It's totally okay to reuse this mold. Give us a different cape, different head, obviously different color palette, and we got a perfect Superman. Give us thigh swivels, please, but, you know, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I don't believe Todd is going to let that happen. With that said, that's number 10. I'm going to throw in an honorable mention that goes along with this. Now, this is a modded Spawn with a freaking crazy cool cape that I had commissioned. Let's remove the cape real quick. So what I did was I put some magnets on here just to have this attached. And, yeah, Spawn, this is what I'm talking about, man. If all they had was this, you know what I mean? And we all know this. We all know this. This was like my namesake for 2020. So you would think he'd be on here, but I'm not about the figures that are making me a little bit of side cash or anything like that. Like, I'm doing this to make sure that everybody else has awesome figures. So, yeah, this is definitely an honorable mention. Spawn's awesome. I wish we got a classic Spawn in this, you know, even with this articulation, because even then, at least I can give him thigh mods. You know, I don't know. This is definitely this is the top mod of 2020, easily. But yeah, unfortunately, Spawn doesn't make the list just because. I mean, I guess it's cool to have a Spawn figure and whatnot, but as far as everything goes, his sculpt is really cool, but he's not classic. You know what I mean? For me, it needs to be a little more classic. This right here. This is nice. Everything about this is very clean, very nice. Ricky M., I freaking love that you just had a Mitch Hedberg reference. He says, saved by the buoyancy of citrus. So next time, if you fall overboard in the water, make sure you grab a lime, because you will be saved by the buoyancy of citrus. Yeah, this is great. This is really cool. So number 10, once again, Infected Superman. I'm going to mark him off my list, because I don't have these like technically in any order. I know who my tops are, but the bottom ones, I was like, I'm kind of in between here. Next up is, I struggled with this. I had to find a Marvel Legend figure to go in my top 10. I just really wanted to. I guess I didn't have to, but I knew there was one in there. And I believe me and Captain McKay are on point with this one has to go to number 9, Sugarman. This Build-A-Figure is so cool and so unique, and it just had to. It had to. You had to have this in. I had to. This is so freaking cool. Whether you love him, whether you hate him, he's a fantastic villain. He's a disgusting. Look how. I mean, everything about this though is done so well. And I'm not. Just hang tight. I'm not an Age of Apocalypse fan. I think the story's a little whatever. The designs are even. I like Dark Beast a lot. But Sugarman was one of my favorite parts. I mean, he's pretty nasty. He's really bad. But everything from the sculpt, even the paint works pretty good. You know, like they added some shadowing around the eyes here to give him that ultra creep factor, man. This guy is so, like, he's spooky. This thing will scare your dogs. You know what I mean? Like, he's got double jointed elbows on all 4 of his arms, which is crazy. That's more than we could ask for. Like, this guy has 4 times as many double elbows as a female Marvel Legend. How about that? So what a concept. Man, this tongue is bendable. He's got thigh swivels, another insane concept. Yeah, this figure is awesome, man. Everything about this thing is just crazy cool. I love it. I love this. I hated that I had to buy so many figures to build him. This is one of the few that I definitely wanted, and I knew I was going to have to bite the bullet. And it didn't seem like a lot of people were selling the parts. It looked like people wanted Sugarman. And I don't know why you wouldn't. This thing is just such a cool villain to have. And I think it's one of the things is like when we have villains, you know, it seems like Hasbro gives us a little more as far as villains go. But when you get a good villain, I think you got to hold on to him. And so that's why Sugarman is definitely in my number 9 spot. I have an honorable mention. Again, I only have a few of these left. But this is my honorable mention, Marvel Legend. It's Cyborg Spiderman. This was one of my favorite figures as a kid. And you guys who know me know I'm not the biggest Spider-Man fan. I respect the character. But with this figure, I don't know, man. It's got, butterfly joints, which is super important for me, especially for a Spider-Man. Everything about this figure is cool. He's got all the articulation you could want, and actually a little more. He's even got calf swivels, which, you know, aren't necessary because the human body can't move like that. But he does add to, you know, more of the, you know, it just gives you a little more. And when I was a kid, I loved Cyborg Spiderman. I don't know why. I just thought everything about him was cool. That beat up, like, just makeshift Spider-Man, I don't know what it was. I think it's really cool that he's got a bandage on his leg that comes off that you could slap on your Punisher or any kind of injured figure. I think that's really cool. Just a little extra piece. The metal arm attachment. Everything about this thing is just wacky, and I like that. I think it's fun. It's quirky. It's also done really well. This goes up along the lines of the DCUC or, what was it called? Maybe the DC Comics Unlimited? It was in the style of DCUC, and it was the Vampire Batman. I love that figure. The crazy, maniacal look on him. He had double elbows. He had everything you wanted in like a figure, and it was such a niche figure, like so weird. And I was like, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. So, yeah, this is an honorable mention. He almost made my top 10, but he's just... The figures, as far as Marvel Legends go, he's fairly basic, you know, with all the articulation, which it's great articulation, don't get me wrong, I love it, I'm not complaining about any of that. I think he's great. He's got a good ab crunch, you know, got a good neck joint. Obviously you can, just like all these other ones, you can pop the head off, put on a Peter Parker head if you wanted to, or anybody really, because of, I love that Marvel Legends has done that they've given us this, it's like kind of a customizer's dream, really, like to be able to go through and, you know, swap out the parts and whatnot. Look at that. Even the hand comes off. I wish they would have given him a open Spider-Man hand like this, because I know that figure had a open hand whenever, you know, the first release. So I wish he would have been a little more true to that. But, you know, what are you going to do? So anyways, that right there is a honorable mention. T-Dog says, Bill needs more thumbs up. Let's go, Crew Maru. Hey, you guys want a thumbs up? If you like it, cool. If not, then I'm not gonna hate on you. Gonna hop back into the chat real quick while we're here. Ivan, my man. Is it Ivan or Yvonne? I think it's Ivan. I'm gonna call you Ivan. I'm definitely not gonna call you Ivan. Ivan Frias says, what's up, Crew Maru? Thanks for picking me, Bill. I got Kong today, and I feel bad letting down Kong and picking up Spawn. Hey, man, no worries. Yeah, Ivan was the one who, by the luck of the draw, and I think it had to happen this way. During Wade's Christmas deal, I spun the wheel here, and it landed on Ivan, who was getting trashed on by Wade, like, who apparently does that to his guests. Like, his guests come on there, and he just trashes on them, and he's just a big bully. And he's just, I don't know, he's even mean to Robo now, which Robo didn't do anything to Wade at all. I don't know why Wade is doing that, so it's ridiculous. Oh my gosh, the Toy Migos are here. They say I'm the best. Takes one to know one. Definitely. Toy Migos are amazing. They say Happy Early New Year. I think they're saying that to everybody because that's how cool the Toy Migos are. Chrisman says he got the Lim Toys 112 Ahab in today, and damn, that figure was incredible. That sounds awesome. I'm a giant Metal Gear fan. I love all the Metal Gears except for 2 because Raiden's terrible. No, that's cool, man. That's an awesome. It looks like an awesome figure. I didn't get that one. I wish I would have got him, but because he would have fit in my line, he would actually fit over there. But you know, what are you gonna do? That dude named Boring Fat Dad. What's up, big dog? First of the year. See you 2021 more often. Right on. I love your name. That is so good. That is awesome. L Collector says, hey, hope everyone is having a great evening. Action Figure Experts here says, hello, Heather. Hello. What's up? What's going on? How you doing this evening? We are doing great. Absolutely. Absolutely. Chris Jordan's here. What's going on, Chris? Glad you could make it. Let's get back to the list. All right, so we just marked off McFarlane Infected Superman for number 10. Number 9 was the Marvel Legends Sugarman. Next up, I couldn't get that. I think this happens a lot. I couldn't give it to just one because these guys just kind of go hand in hand. This is a trio. Okay, we got a little bit of mustard. We got a little bit of ketchup and a little bit of liquid smoke. That's right. It is the Mortal Kombat Cyborgs from Storm Collectibles. These things are super cool. Now, I didn't really start collecting Storm Collectibles until this year. I love all these figures, man. These things are some of the coolest things. I love this smoke. I'm pretty sure these came out in 2020. I think they did. If not, then I kind of screwed the pooch. But either way, what I'm going to say, I'm trying to stick with figures that came out in 2020. But these guys right here, I got in 2020. And I like all of these. I like every single one of these. Let me double check. I might be like, I just picked them up off my shelf. Let's see here. MK Storm Collectibles Cyborg release date. Bill should have done his homework. I'm pretty sure these did come out. When did these come out? Does anybody know? I want to say they came out this year. I have no idea. There's actually no man, I feel like kind of a goof, but I don't really care about that. I hope you guys enjoy these as well. Storm Collectibles Cyborg release date. How about Cyrax release date? It was December 2019. All right. Well, these crept their way into my 2020 list, so we're going to keep that. I'm still keeping these on the list. I think these are amazing. Even though they didn't come out this year, they're still fantastic. If you never bought them, get them. They came out right at the end of last year, so I'm going to go ahead and give them a 2020 pass because I got all three. Did all three of these come out at the exact same time? So it says Cyrax came out December 6, 2019, which is pretty much 2020 when you look at it. Yep. So that's not 2020 releases, but I don't care because I got them in 2020 and I like them for my 2020 release, for my favorites. So I love those things. And it also it's going to play into just more collecting for me. So Storm Collectibles for me was a big one in 2020. Which is why I picked those. And plus, it was also a rushed grab. I saw them on my shelf, and I was like, man, I got all those this year. And I remember that they were they trickled in. And I know that there was exclusives around and all that stuff. I just think those figures are so cool. The fact that I can get each one of them into their victory poses is really cool. So, yeah, either for me, that's still, that's still going to be on my list no matter what. Toy Migos also said they need to make an Aquaman already. Am I right? Yes. If they're going to stick with their Injustice themes, then please do the one from the first game and not the second one. The second one's funky. Second one's weird. All right. Now, let's see. We'll move forward past that since that's kind of a fail on my part, but I don't really care. I love those figures, and they will remain in my top 20. We're going to derobe. I'm getting warm. That's a warm robe right there. All right. Back to it. Let's get to the real 2020s. We could actually probably put those as honorable mentions. No, I'm not going to say that. I do have another honorable mention, though. Let me make sure real fast. See, I was trying to do this beforehand. I wanted to make sure I got this up, but I didn't really, do all my research as well as I could have. Most of mine were researched. Yeah. Okay. Bill's list, Bill's rules. That's right. Thank you, Josh Smith. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and just to kind of be on the subject of the Storm Collectibles, I wasn't collecting those things. I thought they were too big. I was like, these are too beefy. I'm really kicking myself for not getting Shao Kahn. Now I'm missing him. Ugh, it sucks. But, because God, the price. I'm a giant Mortal Kombat fan. And I've been burned so many times by so many lines on Mortal Kombat that I didn't put my faith in the Storm Collectibles line. And I missed out on the first ones. But, for me, Mortal Kombat 3 is my favorite Mortal Kombat. That is my favorite. I love them all, but Mortal Kombat 3 is my favorite. So, that's really the line I'm wanting to collect. So, I got my Cyborg Ninjas. I got this Scorpion who's got a cheese slice on his face, who desperately needs a new head. This figure's almost fantastic, but this thing, just a nightmare. I think a resculpt of this mask would be great, so that'd be fun. But the cool thing about those, though, is they almost fit in. This just showed you just how big Todd McFarlane's figures are. This is Katana. And I've modded her thighs, but, she's just barely... A little bun puts her over Scorpion, which I think she should be a little shorter. I don't believe Katana's that tall. But yeah. Anyways, let's get back to the list. All right. Now we're going to number 7. Number 7. This was an easy one to throw on the list. Oscar Reynoso showed up. He said he can't stay long today. Hope you have an excellent new year. Thank you, Oscar. A guy named Goober in here says, hi. Hi, Goober. Glad you're here. Number 7 on the list, Revo Cable. I am a big advocate of Revotech. I've liked them since day one. I love their crazy ratchet joints. I think that the funnest thing about these are they're like a puzzle almost, like to articulation, which is fun for me. These things, I like their articulation. I like how they keep on changing it. This figure is freaking awesome, man. I like this figure a lot. I like him so much so that I meant to grab this off the shelf before we started. He actually goes on my Marvel Legends shelf, so I'm kind of weeding out some Marvel Legends that I don't want. But man, putting him next to Bicep looks great. I think he looks fantastic. Even in the stylized look, he looks just, I don't know what it is, man. This doesn't look super stylized, which generally I love the style of these, and he still fits in both. He's got these pieces you can swap out for pouches to put his guns in, his pistols in. You've got the insane amount of customization in the weaponry is insane. This piece tends to fall off. That's what you heard hit the ground a minute ago. It slides back on, and I think it looks super cool, but it just kind of, like I can barely the lightest touch will make this thing fall out. So that's one complaint. Other than that, I got nothing to complain about this guy. I do wish that he would have came with maybe a regular eye, just a golden without an effect, because both eyes have these effects on it. This is the bigger one, of course. But man, he holds his gun well. Even if I want to swap this gun over and give him to Cable or Bishop, I can do that. Or Bishop's gun to Cable, I can do that. He's built the perfect way. I love this thing. I really, really like this thing. I haven't missed any of the Revo releases except for Harley Quinn. I saw El Collector talking about Harley. I'm not a gigantic Harley Quinn fan. I do respect the character. I think she's oversaturated now. I do like the classic stuff. I had actually fixed one for one of the Toy Migos, my Josh Chaney. Gosh. I didn't want to mess up your name again. I tried tagging him. I tried tagging Chaney 180, and it was a different one. It was a different Chaney. How do you have two Josh Chaney 180s? How do you even have that? Anyways, he sent me a Harley Quinn, which is actually going to play into the top 10 repair list as well. I'm going to set down Bishop. But, once again, number 7 goes to the Revoltech Cable. This thing is just so cool. I like everything about this. I believe you can even, I think you can move his eyes around too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I believe he's got where you can move this eye right here, shift it to another side or whatnot. Super, super cool. Man, I'd like to pop this head on the Revo Venom Snake. I bet that looks freaking dope. Like, just to have Cable on there. Yeah, see, that's the only problem. And I can fix this. I think it's just a little super glue on the end here will make that thing stay on. That's the only problem I found with this guy. I love that you could swap these guns out, like I said, for pouches. Josh, is that you? Are you on here right now? Is that you talking to me? You lovely man, you. So yeah, here's the show off a little bit more of this thing because he's got so many pieces. This is the other eye effect. One obviously is translucent with some paint. This one's regular. This one he looks pretty shook. I like Cable, man. Cable's always upset. Cable is like the yeah, man, I really want that Revo Harley actually. I just because I'm like not the biggest fan doesn't mean I don't want the figure. I love the Bombshells Harley. Man, I love the Bombshells Harley and the Figuarts Injustice Harley. Those were really cool figures. So I felt like I already had them. I like had the ones I wanted until, of course, freaking Chaney sends me his Mezco Harley Quinn. I'm like, I should have grabbed this. She's really nice. Even with the limited articulation, she's still really nice. This is what I was getting at a second ago. I think this is just so freaking cool. Take off the guns. Obviously, the guns come out of the holsters as well. And let's make sure we got this on right. Boom. Swap it with the pouch. Take that off. Boom. You want to put your pistols up there? No problem. Love that. That is so freaking cool. I love the options, man. And he doesn't come with any more, really. He comes with some extra hands. He's got some fist hands, both fists. He's got the metal fist. He's got a regular, like, gloved fist. He's got, like, an open hand like this. I love that you can make him left-handed or right-handed because we know this man is ambidextrous. My God, you'd have to be. This guy is awesome. You're going to love it. Chaney, you're going to love playing with this one, man. He's going to look... Your photography is going to make him even better, which is crazy. It's going to be awesome. So, yeah, we'll sit down. Number 7, lucky number 7, goes to Cable. revocable. All right, let's take a drink. Let's have a little break here. That's what I'm talking about right there. All right. So, number 6. Now, this one's a little different. This is definitely biased upon my favorite character. But for me, number 6, and this guy almost was a little higher, but I have one little issue with him. So this is the Masterpiece Beast Wars Tigertron from Hasbro. They crushed it. Everything about this is freaking cool. I love everything about this. The fact that right here, check this out. Here's a thing of nightmares, but he's like, "What? I'm number 6." Actually, he be talking like this because he's from Jamaica, and I love that so much about him. Tigertron, he's so freaking cool. You can change the eyes around to green eyes because, you know, the show had that. What? That is insane. He comes with his hacking device as well, which was used in the show, that plugs into his head. You can remove this as well. He comes with his blaster. He comes with awesome freaking articulation. This was always a problem for me. This was always an ugly design. They nailed it. This could have used a little bit of like something to cover up in the back here, but other than that, I love everything about this figure. My only complaint is this right here. He just kind of comes out of this, if I go to like move his head, he kind of comes out of this pose right here where it connects. That's it. So for being on the shelf and whatnot, he looks good, but whenever you sit down and pose him, this guy comes with like 4 face plates. He's got like the shocked face, the angry face. Oh, I love this. This is one of the coolest figures I own. It's one of my favorites. In fact, let me show you this. This is kind of cool. So, and this, you know this is going to happen. It's not a live stream if I don't get out of my seat at least 12 times. Check it out. Here's your comparison. So this is my original Tigertron from when I was a kid. This is the one I still shop in the same Walmart that I bought this in pretty much. Same town where the Walmart was. It wasn't a super center back then, I don't believe. Man, I don't know. When did this come out? Surely there's a stamp on here. I don't remember when I bought this, but I bought this. I earned the money, and I bought this thing. I think I want to say I had to, like, probably scrub, like, grout out of a freaking, like, grout lines out of a, like, a shower. But, anyways, this was always really cool. I like how this one came with, like, 2 weapons. The only thing that was an issue here was that he shared the body with Cheetor. And I thought that was weird because, you know, I don't know. Anyways, so it's super cool to have, like, these together. I'm pretty sure this is smoke stained. I used to smoke cigarettes, so unless he came this color. I don't know. He's like all one uniform, which is usually not the case. He's not sticky or anything like that, so I took pretty good care of him. But this one is obviously more white with the green eyes. This figure's in incredible shape. I played with this. And look, even back then, had that ugly, the legs just flopped on the back. Like, I don't know why. Why can't they ever make, like, you know, give the Transformers a little beautiful backside? You know what I mean? I don't know. But, yeah, that was definitely one of my, this is definitely one of my tops. He's my favorite, one of my favorite characters. I never thought I'd get a figure this well done. I sold some Mezcos to get this figure because I wanted him that bad. So, and I don't regret anything at all. Yeah, this is just super cool, super pretty. If you're a fan of Beast Wars, he's in my opinion, he's a must-have. He wasn't a part of the main cast, which is probably why I like him so much. Other than that, I would have chose like Rat Trap. I love Rat Trap so much. I think he was great. And Rhinox and all those characters. I love this show. But anyways, I don't want to get into that right now. So, that's number 6. Number 6. All right, now we're getting into the heavies. We're getting into the top 5. What's up, Julian? I'm glad you're here, man. Doombot 9000. This is awesome, man. MCT Dog says he likes Josh Brolin, but he didn't pull off a good Cable. I think I disagree with that. I liked him. I liked him as Cable, actually. But I think he could have used... I don't know. He even had a little humor in him, too. I thought it was really cool to see him go from Thanos to Cable, but he did kind of feel the same. But I like Brolin, so... Darth Amaral says, did you watch the War for Cybertron Earthrise yet? Don't want to give any spoilers, but it's okay. I haven't seen... What is today? Is today the 30th? It is. So I know the new season came up today. I'm very excited to watch it. They did Ratchet so well in the first season. I'm super excited for the second one. Awesome. Yeah, Don Draper. Cheetor is your favorite. Yeah, he's my cousin's favorite too. That's awesome, man. I think that's super, super cool. I'm pretty sure, like, I was like, all of a sudden, I was like, yeah, I love white tigers. Like, I've always loved them. I'm like, no, you haven't. You've never seen a white tiger. But, hey, Christopher Herndon's here. Oh, which is freaking perfect that Herndon just showed up. So, for number 5 on my top 10 figures of 2020 was actually sold to me by Chris Herndon. And that is the Star Wars Black Series exclusive armorer from the Mandalorian. Man, I love this character. Like, so much. I guess because, I do repairs and whatnot and mod things that it's just cool to see, like, the armorer making the Mandalorian armor, able to forge Beskar, which is, impossible to break and destroy and whatnot, and yet here she is molding it and creating it, like doing the impossible. I love that. I love all the little accessories that come here. This is super impressive. This stuff is so soft and it lays exactly how I'd want it to lay. This looks cool. I mean, the back leaves a little to be desired, but, cover that down. Boom, you're good. What's funny is they even have the spot for the regular release. But, man, this is super cool. I've always loved the design of this figure, or the character, as soon as I saw her. And also, they didn't have to give her, but they did. She's got butterfly joints. Ugh, it just makes her even more awesome. I think there might be there's only a few figures that don't have butterfly joints here, but they didn't need them, which is rare. But, yeah, man, this is like... Yeah, I'm pretty sure one day she'll take her helmet off and it'll be my wife. It'll be Christine under here. And I'll be like, it makes sense. Because she is a badass. I loved it, man. I love assuming you've seen Mandalorian Season 1. Dude, it's like whenever they all showed up to her and she's just standing there with her stuff, I'm like, man, I guess that's it. And she just goes ham on these people. Awesome character. Really cool design. Great figure. I'm heartbroken I couldn't get the dang figure arts. I couldn't get the figure arts of her or IG-11, and those are my two favorite characters. Look at that. I even got little IG-11 here in his Ghostbuster gear. I love these characters. I love Taika Waititi so much, which probably is a reason why I like that IG-11 so much. But, yeah, I'm heartbroken I can't get the figure arts. She might be on the list. You never know, but... This one's also really special because one of the viewers here, Christopher Herndon, who's in here, hooked me up with this. He did not overcharge me. He literally charged me price plus shipping, and because I missed her, and I wanted this one more than any of them. And super cool, man. Chris, thank you so much. You're on my top 10 list for 2020. There you go. Yeah, easily. She's number 5. I think it's really cool. I wanted to get some Star Wars figures in here, and she tops them. It was either going to be her or Kit Fisto. I love Kit Fisto a lot, but she took it for me. She takes the cake. Absolutely. So, moving forward. Number 4. Number 4 is I guess nobody's going to be surprised that this is in here, but out of all the figures we got from NECA, this is my favorite of 2020. And it goes to the 2-pack Baxter Stockman. This thing is so cool. You know, I love my Turtles. I love the cartoon. So, and you guys have heard me say this a million times. I'll say it 1,000,001. My favorite, as far as the tiers go, for, you know, Ninja Turtles, it's the original cartoon, the video games, the comics, and that goes Mirage IDW. They're both amazing. And then the live action films. I know a lot of people love the live action films. I think those are mainly people that are like 90s babies. I feel like 80s babies have more of a respect for the old cartoon and the video games, and if you read the comics. But this is great. This is great. Everything about this figure is perfect, from his articulation to the accessories that he was given. He's given his computer. He's given the shredder as a little fly. And then he's even got his freaking transmutation gun. Look at all these, like, I wish this spun. I think that'd be super cool. If this turned, that'd be cool. I'm thinking about actually maybe cutting off the back, adding a magnet to it so it can, you know, I can turn it. I think that'd be kind of cool. Because, I mean, if you're going to do toy photography with this, which I'm not, but, you know, if even for posing him on my shelves and whatnot, it'd be cool to kind of, you know, be able to switch it over. Because right now, it looks like it's switched over to the fly, which makes sense, you know, for the shredder piece. But other than that, what else are we going to use it for? But, man, he's got double knees that really, really reach out here. I mean, look at that. It's pretty awesome. I think they can go back even further than that. But, yeah, I was really impressed with the articulation in this one. All of the joints are cast in the right color plastic, which I love that. He does seem to, like, so he's got a nice ab crunch. He's got a rubber, this is kind of interesting to me. He's got a rubber chest for his vest here. And the only time, like, I remember I was bending him like this and I thought he broke. But I'm actually happy with this. He just kind of pops out of this little piece right here. He's got a little ball joint in there that moves back and forth, and then you can just line it up and pop it back in. He's good to go. He's got nice swivels. He's got double elbows, which I thought was super cool. I love his elbows here. He's got his little extra fly arms in the back. Move around here. Let's get in on this. His wings go up and down, side to side. Marked them out like this. I wish there was a little more articulation, I guess, in these guys, but other than that, I mean, I'm not complaining. I think it'd be cool to have him like holding like a beaker in one hand or something like that, doing some crazy science experiments. They have to give us the human version of Baxter Stockman now. They just have to. It's gonna be crazy. But yeah, this is my favorite that NECA did. It's just crazy cool. Let's see, Darth Emerald said, is that, in that 2-pack, is there an Easter egg on the scroll? I'm curious, because on the left from top to bottom it says Curly, and some of the other characters look like letters too. It might. I actually didn't check it out. I'm not sure, because the Splinter in the 2-pack, like the 2-pack should really be there, because I love the Splinter too. So technically I guess Splinter would be on there, but man, Baxter Stockman, like, you have to have Splinter. Splinter is one of my favorites. Like, in fact, it goes Donatello and Splinter, like, and Usagi Yojimbo, Ace Duck, and then the Turtles can follow. But as far as villains go, I love me some Rocksteady and Baxter. Baxter is one of the coolest. I love that he's like the Fly. You know what I mean? Like, he's it seems like so timid, and it's just so perfect to see like this this dude that was so, I don't know, kind of timid and scary, but also with the brains and the courage to still go forth and go against Shredder and stuff like that, and all of his crazy experiments, and I just love Baxter. So this is definitely my number 4. I love him. I love this figure so much. It's so freaking cool. But yeah. So that brings us to the top 3 coming right at you. Coming right up at you. Oh, we got DJ Omega Supreme in here. Jace Figs, my man. Did I already do the top 10? No, you're in the middle of it right now. Actually, we're just about to get into the top 3. The top 3. So, if you want, we can do a recap real quick. Number 10 was the Infected Superman by McFarlane Toys. Yeah, and I already discussed why, so we won't have to go through that again. Number 9 was the Sugar Man Build-A-Figure from Marvel Legends. Right here. And number 8, I believe number 8 is where, hang on, let me make sure. Yeah, number 8 is where I messed up, and I said that my was the Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat Cyborg Ninjas. I got these in 2020, so I'm using them in that. Were these released? No. But it also said these are my favorites from 2020. I was trying to stick with the theme of everybody getting stuff in 2020. These are going to stay in the list. These are awesome. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, these didn't come out this year. I got them this year. I got all 3 this year. So, and I got these because I ended up with whenever they started announcing the Mortal Kombat 3 Ninjas, I was like, well, I got to get them then because Mortal Kombat 3 is my thing. Hey, once again, kicking myself for not getting Shao Kahn. Hopefully, they'll re-release him or release like slightly modified for Mortal Kombat 3 from 2. That would be great. Or just re-release whatever you got. That'd be great. Just please, because some of us missed him and really regret it and feel stupid about it. Number 7 was... Lucky number 7 was... I think I'm saying this right? Am I correct? Yeah, number 7 was Revo Cable. Easily in the top 10. Yep. Number 6 was the Masterpiece Tigertron from Beast Wars. Oh, God, he's just so freaking cool. This thing is a masterpiece, too. I love this figure. He's just, all the colors are perfect. The sculpt is amazing. I like looking at this figure. I like looking at him. Like, when I see this figure, it's like that. Like, that's what I feel. Now he's angry again. Oh, look at this. Ha ha! The Tigertron. You know what that means. Okay, let's stop that. Alright. That was number 6. Number 5 was... What was number 5, guys? Where's she at? Oh my God. Armor from Star Wars Black Series. This is the exclusive as well. T-Dog and his Brock Lesnar. Yeah, this is number 5. And number 4, you just saw, was the Baxter Stockman. So, hey, you know what's funny? So, Jay's Figs, just because you said that, and because I love my guys, check it out. That's just for you, buddy. I still got mine that I had when I was a kid. Boom. Great freaking shape. This thing is insane. Look, like, not a loose joint on it. I took really good care of this one, apparently. I got this one when I was a little older, though, so I was really taking good care of my figures. All right. Let's get in. Number 4, obviously, was Baxter Stockman. Number 3, here we go. Let's do it. Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. I should have... See, I need to get a soundboard. I think that's going to be one of the funniest things when I get one. It's going to happen. Hang on just a second. I'm not getting a drum roll. Okay. Number 3. Number 3, the Mafex Carnage. Holy crap, is this figure awesome. This figure is so awesome. I love everything about this figure. Everything. From the joints to the way it feels, the way it moves, everything about this feels solid. I know Mafex can be hit or miss sometimes, but this one is a hit for me. 100%. All of the accessories. This thing is crazy packed with accessories. Do I have the accessories near me? No, I don't. Should I have? Yes. Talk amongst yourselves for a split second. Let me see if I can't find these accessories in this ever-growing drawer of chaos and insanity. I know they're supposed to be around my Venom somewhere. Heyo, we found them. Oh, and it has an added bonus. Let's do it. So, here's the Marvel Legends one, which he's cool. Just like, once again, pretty basic for Marvel Legends. If you can't afford the Mafex, this is a great stand-in for him. You know, this is Marvel Legends, obviously. But let's take that off. I know a lot of people were complaining about this, about the solid mouth. I think it looks awesome. It looks so freaking good that it's just pulled right out of the 90s comics, man. This is insane. Like, that's why I'm such an advocate for this, because he's perfect. This right here is for toy photographers, and I'm not one of them, but I still respect this. I think he looks great in a pose. He looks great on a shelf. For those of you that don't want it, it's not the only head he comes with. We're going to show off those in a second, because this is top 3. We're going to go a little more detail. But look at this, man. Boom. If you put a little sticky tack on here, you got yourself an open head. I think it looks great. The colors match up just fine. Look at that. I mean, that's in good lighting, too. Looks great. You got yourself. And if you have, I'm not sure, I don't have the original one anymore, which might have been a little brighter red from Marvel Legends, but that head might work on there as well. I'm not sure. But anyways, it's Marvel Legends. So let's go through it. Let's go through the accessories here. What do we got? What do we got? Freaking everything. Look at this. This is crazy, man. If you passed on this, get him. I'm just telling you, get him. I can't stress this enough. So, here's another. This is an alternate head. That creepy smile. Still got the pink in the mouth, just like the freaking comics. I love this. So if you want that. Also, you're going to be hard-pressed to find a more accurate Cletus head. Look at that. It's just so good. I know I've shown this off before, so it should come as no surprise that this is one of my favorites. Got that creepy, crazy look, man. Right out of the freaking comics, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. We're going to pop this head off, though, and we're going to put on one of the symbiote heads. So let's go. Let's get into this. Look at this, man. I know you guys have probably seen. I don't do reviews or anything like that, and I don't watch reviews, so I don't know who's reviewed this. I'm sure everybody does. It's kind of why I don't watch reviews, is because everybody does this. I mean, it's opinions on something. I guess if you agree with them, I think it's cool that people are doing it, because I do learn things. I learned the other day that the Toka from the Toka and Razar pack. Who was I watching? Oh, it was my man Captain McKay. I was watching him, and he's like, "Oh, the coolest thing is that the eyebrows are articulated on Toka." I'm like, "What?" Picked him up. I was like, "Holy crap, it's crazy." But anyways, so you've got these little tendril pieces that come along the sides. You got tendril pieces right here. These are a little longer. You've got this blade hand, which is crazy dope. And you get one of these for each hand. You get this axe blade hand that attaches. Let's go and attach it. I just love the pieces come off and on real well. I love this, the extra, to make it look like it's just like forming around the arm and the wrist and whatnot. See how easy these are. I don't think I've put on all the pieces yet. Yeah. Just look at that. That's nuts. Freaking awesome, man. I love that. Let's see what else we got here. You've got this crazy tendril hand, which I think might be bent because I left it in a bag like a dummy. But you can heat this up and it'll reform. In fact, it wouldn't be a Toycanic live stream if we didn't do some repairs. Watch this. If you add a little bit of heat to it, it'll straighten right back out. You can leave it. You could actually curl this thing around something if you wanted to shape it like that. I don't know how many times you could do that, but you could. If you run this under cold water right now, it'll solidify right away. So if you ever want to get a gun gripping hand to be tighter, you can heat it up lightly, close it, run it under cold water while you're pinching it with your fingers. There you go. You got a tighter hand. So that... Julian Hayden, I love Anthony's Customs a lot as a person. I know him as a friend. I would consider him a friend. He lives near me, but he had 3 Todd McFarlane figures on his list, so we just don't agree on everything. He had Raiden on there, and I'm like, I don't know why. That's okay though. I think that's what makes us different. I think that's cool. It's just cool. I think I do value his opinions as well. Look at this, though. It's my favorite freaking accessory. It's a freaking fisted up like hammer. What? What is happening? Like, how is this even a thing? That's a real thing that's on there. You got blade hands stabbing through. Freaking nuts, man. This thing is crazy. I think it's just crazy how much is in here. Look at this. This thing, you can slap on some other tendrils. Blah. It's nuts. He's got magnetic feet. If you want to stick him on something, you can swap out his feet. He's got so many hands, magnetic hands and feet. Bruh, there's... I gotta cool off. This figure's too hot. Yeah, I love this thing. There is no getting around how freaking awesome this figure is. So, that is why he is my number 3. He's definitely in my top 3 for a reason. I love this figure so much. Everything about him is cool. He's clean. He's not I don't know, man. He's got just enough texture on him. He's so 90s, but still so current, and I love that about him. Carnage is easily one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. You guys know that I'm not a crazy Spider-Man. Like, I don't know. I say I'm not a big Spider-Man fan, but I am when it comes down to it because I love the rogues, just like Batman. Like, man, I don't know. It'd be cool. I'd like to see the villains branch out into more comics instead of just like Kingpin or Green Goblin, which we know. I know Kingpin as a Daredevil villain, not so much, Spider-Man. But, God, look at that. Coming from his shoulder there. Coming from his arm. Got these crazy... And plus, man, Maximum Carnage. That game... Nightmare, but still just freaking great. What's up, Ben Jan? I'm glad you're here. Oh, my man Esteban Barraza's here. So glad you're here. Oh, we'll do this in honor of Esteban showing up. Esteban received the exclusive white Odious head from Casting Cave. Not a lot of people have these. So that was a super surprise for me. That was a surprise for him. He got it in super quick because Casting Cave is amazing. The dude's always on point, super fast. You can always trust him. He's just fantastic at what he does. But yeah, so this is what Esteban received. And just to show him off, because I haven't got a chance to show this off, this is the head that I received from Wade. I bought a Odious head from Wade, and Wade painted this. I was under the impression for the longest time that Casting Cave was painting all of Wade's figures. Like, Casting Cave never said that. I just assumed. So, getting this from Wade was very impressive. Like, I'm impressed. If you want to compare the two. Obviously, Wade's work is Goku compared to... I'm sorry. I can't. That's mean. I don't mean that. But I just wanted to start some trash. They're great. Look at these. They hold up really well together. Extremely well together. I'm super serious. In all honesty, I am very impressed with Wade's work. I can't paint this well. That is just super cool. So if you guys don't mind waiting until 2022, order from Wade and he'll get it to you some point in your lifetime. I got it. Oh, Josh, you didn't see the Christmas special, did you? when I showed up, I said, oh, look, I got this for Christmas. And this was the start. I started out with it. Look how good. Look how good Odious looks actually on. He really does. And if you want to get even more accurate, look at that. Oh, and I painted mine orange on the back. I painted this orange, which Casting Cave wanted to kill me for that, because he didn't paint it that color. But my favorite color is orange, so I wanted him orange. But now I want to get an Odious head and paint him up like me. I think it'd be funny. Have like a red beard and blonde hair. So there you go. There's this. This is it. And one of these days, man, we're going to get that official Odious in, and man, Wade's going to take off. Watch out, man. He might stop responding to you. You know, just know I'll still be here for you. Nah, I'm kidding. I mean, I will, but, you know, he ain't going to be like that. Toy Migo said he loved putting his on a cage body without the vest. Oh, here's what mine is always on. I've got my buddy Toys for All hooked me up with this Old Man Logan body. He didn't send me a shirt, so I had this shirt from an old, just like I bought off a GPS lot. And so I keep him on here. I think it looks super cool. I like just the stockiness of him. I don't know. I think it works really well. These heads work on every freaking figure. This definite honorable mention goes to the Odious. Both Odious heads. I got both these in 2020. Old Odious, young Odious. Definite honor. That's a big one. That's a big honorable mention. All right. We need to move on to number 2. What could possibly take the number 2 spot on my list? What's missing? What's missing in the list? What's going on here? All right. Number 2 has to go to, that's right, bam, the freaking Plunderlings. I know I just got these. I know the hype is real. I know I actually made this hammer. All right, Enrique G, take care, man. This is it. This is easily number 2. This almost made number 1. These almost made number 1. I don't know what to say that I haven't already said. I know you guys watched me hype these up just the other day. These things are amazing. These things are... They're just too cool, man. I haven't had this much fun with figures in a long time. And I know these are kind of a niche thing, but I just feel like we're going to see great things for these. And I think you guys are going to definitely want to jump on and support these right away. Ori, look at that. I got like 8 of those after your live. You are not going to... Dude, I got 3 more. I went ahead and grabbed 3 more. And you are going to love them. I think everybody here should own at least one of these. Find your favorite and buy that one. You know what I mean? If you're going to want more. You're definitely going to want more of these. These are the coolest things I've seen in so long. They're so... You know how do you know, some of you, and I know some of you feel this way, you see the Mythic Legions and you're like, why didn't I get some of those? Now it's like, they're expensive and they're hard, you know what I mean? Like, these aren't going to be around forever. This first run, I think you're going to want some of these. Get one. Just get one, man. Find the one that speaks to you the most, and at least just get one. I would suggest 3 to 6 of them. But this is my favorite right here. This is Cheddar. Once again, this is like, so my wife told me, like, we needed to know, like, 2020 mods. Like, what are the best mods? And things that we're looking forward to in the future. Magnetic parts. They crushed these magnetic parts. These are so easy and so well done and fit perfectly. Look at that. Boom. Just done. Got a hat on now. Awesome. Got the mohawk on. These are great. Julian, Hayden, yeah. Ori said just there. They're $35 now a piece. They were cheap. They were cheaper, man. They were like $20-something each. for the Kickstarter. You know, it's one of those you missed out kind of things, but you don't have to miss out completely. They're $35 a pop. Well, on BBTS, you got $4 shipping. So if you order, you know, 3 of them, you're looking at about $100, maybe 110 shipped. For what you get, these are great. I think you're gonna love them. And if you don't, I'll buy yours off of you because they're freaking great. That's the problem, is like a lot of people didn't know about the Kickstarter. I wasn't even doing my lives when the Kickstarter was on, or I would have been hyping these guys up like crazy. I've been waiting. I think everybody that's on the Spawn Kickstarter knows you sit there and you watch that you know, the updates that come in, and you're like, man, when are they gonna you know, drop? Funny thing is these showed up on my doorstep, and I got an email that said, hey, your order has a tracking number. So, I mean, I wasn't sitting there watching the mail the entire time. They were just there. So I was like, cool. These things are so cool. If you missed my live, each one of these comes with a pair of these gripping hands. Each one comes with a pair of open hands that are easy to remove. Each one comes with 3 heads. You've got smiling teeth like this. Smiling no teeth like Captain Ash here. Let's get a better shot on these. I want to do these justice. So you got these smiling teeth, and then I love this face so much. The open mouth. And yes, this cape is removable to go on others. So is this hood. Look how cool this is. You know, you're not afraid of breaking it or scratching the paint or anything. It just comes off really well, really easy. It even has a magnet in it. Doesn't even need it, but it's still there for that extra bit. Look at this. I'm not being careful with this because I don't have to, because they're so well made. It's ridiculous how well made these things are. It's crazy. Yeah, look at that. Comes with these cool little. This guy comes with 2 swords and actually a frog, which I thought was really cool. Cheddar here comes with a super cool like baseball bat, very original design. Got the tape on it and everything. And then you've got this dope little fella here, Captain Ash, who comes with a removable vest, which is, I just think that's super cool. I believe it's removable. Yeah, it is. It shows you even on the deal it's removable. He comes with this big old sword, which I showed this off yesterday, but I'll show it off again just because it's so much fun to pose. Look at this. We'll get him. Oh, and also I failed to mention that each of the gripping hands has the vertical swivel, which is perfect for whenever you're wanting to, like, you know, you want to challenge somebody or, you know, point at the camera or something like that. You can get that really cool, you know, somebody's groveling or something like that. But I love that. But here we go. Check this out. It's easier to get him here. Let me just. His fingers have like this softness to them, which are super cool to get like pieces in. Boom, double handing his weapon. Love it. Take that out. Boom. He also comes with this freaking awesome scope, which I think is just the coolest. Which he can definitely hold up to his eye. These are the coolest things. I can't believe how much fun they are. They're just fun. You're going to want to take one with you. You talk about, Wade talks about the figure in his pocket. You want to take these with you everywhere you go. Like, they're just stupid fun. And I would be getting them on Big Bad Toy Store because these things are blowing up right now. If Robo said he's liking them, you better get on there now. Big Bad Toy Store. Hop on there. I don't even have like a link. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm just telling you as a friend to all of you guys out there watching, go get you some. You need to go get you some of these. These things are super, super cool. And they're number 2 on my list. Number 2 on my list, which is crazy. Jace Fix says, did I get cursed? I'm assuming you're talking about like a character or something or a game. I don't know. No, I didn't. Chris Jordan says he actually bought a fanny pack because of Unparalleled Universe. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoy that. I definitely hope you enjoy that. You got your figures. That's the figure in the pocket, right? That's funny, Chris. Oh my gosh. So wait. Oh, Jays, yeah, dude. Go through them. They've got like, if you're gonna get one, weigh which one you love. And then cursed. Did I get cursed? Sorry, no, I didn't. But I got these are the three. I only got three. I'm freaking stupid. I only got three of them. I got Nomad Goyle, Captain Ash, and then the freaking main man himself, Cheddar. He's my favorite. I love him. He's orange, so he's definitely my favorite. I love that his ears are clean too. He doesn't have any of the piercings, which neither do I, so I'm going to pretend. What I need is a blonde mane for this guy, like a little bun. That'd be amazing. And it can be attached by magnets. So anything you make, if you add, so all you have to do is add a magnet to a hat, and it will attach to any of these. Watch this. I bet I can reach in here. Let's see what we got. See if I've got anything that looks like... Okay, here we go. So, let's say I put a magnet in this hat right here. Boom. It would fit. It would go right on this little dude's head. No problem. You could literally put any kind of mod, any kind of like hat or helmet or sculpt or anything that's like set to it, you could put on there. Look at this. Little drill instructor. Park ranger. Any of these. All you gotta do is have a magnet in there. You could probably just put like sticky tack in there, put a magnet, stick it into that, so you don't have to make a personal, or permanent mod. Pop right on. Bada bing. That is freaking cool. That is so dang cool. Anyways, number 2 on the list had to go to the Plunderlings. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. All right. So, now, I have one more honorable mention as well. And that goes to, the final honorable mention goes to the shocked turtle from NECA from the loot crate, the exclusive loot crate. I have been so pleased with this loot crate. It has been ridiculous. But this right here, this is awesome. Like I said, the video games are like number 2 on my tier list. So having this, and anybody that's played the games, you know this all too well. You know this. To me, this is hilarious. He even comes with 2 fists as well. Oh man, hang on. And I pair him with the one guy you know he's got to be paired with. This figure almost made my list just because of how freaking cool he looks, but he doesn't have an ab crunch, so he doesn't get to go on the list. This Shredder. Pair him with this thing, man. Just having that, like... And it glows in the dark. This baby glows in the dark. Well, apparently, my dog loves it when things glow in the dark. So that is awesome. Yeah. This thing is super cool, man. This is super cool. I'll tell you what's not number 1 on my list. I saw somebody say Razar and Toka. Razar broke right out of the box, so he ain't making the list. That upsets me. And the fact that I had to fix a bunch of joints on them already to send to my buddy Ryan, who bought my second pack. He's who I originally thought was going to buy it, and he did. And I went ahead and went in today, and the same leg was stuck on Razar, which was very upsetting. So I had to do that as well. So they're not going to make the list. And my Toka, his feet are like kind of either moving on me or his thighs. I don't know, man. They're gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. They look fantastic. But they ain't making my list of top 20 or top 10. Top 20, maybe. Because the sculpts are immaculate. But, sorry, didn't make the list. Didn't make the list. As much as I like them, the movies, like I said, are bottom rung for me, which sounds crazy to a lot of people. I would probably put Super Shredder on there. But definitely, I said that was the last honorable mention. And actually, Julian brought this up, and I think I'm going to have to put him up there, is the Marvel Legends War Machine. I couldn't put this thing down whenever I got it. If this guy had some butterfly joints in him, he would definitely be like even higher up on the list. I think this thing's great. Dang, Adrian said he saw the game with eyebrows not on Toka? That's crazy. They are really cool. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to slam NECA, but I was pretty upset when that leg broke off of Razar. I was like, are you serious? And it didn't. If anybody, I'm not trying to brag or boast or put myself on a pedestal, but if anybody knows how to handle their figures, it's definitely this guy. I mean, I know how to handle, especially my turtles. Like, I'm going to go in, I'm going to be extremely careful, and that thing just snapped. I'm like, So yeah, this is, like I said, I definitely put this on my honorable mentions. I know it's more of like kind of a remold, you know, from the, well, it's not really, no, this is actually all new, isn't it? Yeah, I love this figure. I think this is easily one of the most fun Marvel Legends that came out, just because of all the accessories, all the cool stuff, and I love his unhelmeted head. Man, this is good. So Julian, you have been paying attention for sure. I haven't talked about this figure in a little bit, so thank you. Yeah, I remember I was looking through, and I think I overlooked him because he's off to the side. But, yeah, I have to redo my Marvel Legends group. But, yeah, this is definitely an easy honorable mention. I love War Machine, though. I love Rhodey. I think Rhodey's cool. He's like, it's funny because he's kind of like he's like the Jon Stewart of the Marvel Universe, you know? Not just because he's like a black military guy, but he's like, you know, he's like that. He is his own character. He is a main character. He just, you know, you got Tony Stark and you got Rhodey. For me, it's Rhodey than Tony Stark. Like, I like him way more. Same thing with Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. Both cool characters, but Jon used to get the shaft until JLU hit, and then, you know, he exploded. But, you know, I love Jon Stewart. He's my favorite, Lantern. Green Lantern. My favorite Lantern is Larfleeze. Go figure. But I think it's time to get to number one, guys. Yep. I think it's time to get to number one. Who is it gonna be? Clayton. He said, you broke my Arkham Origins Batman hand. Things made of crackers and tears, and then you fixed it, so thank you. Yeah. I was like, ooh, cool, an Arkham Origins figure. Let me see it. I'm like, I broke it, so I had to take it and repair it for him. Oh, man. Oh, I remember whenever, anyways. Sorry, that's too much. Josh Smith says, I may be alone here, but I can't wait for the Armor Wars Disney Plus show with Don Cheadle. Yeah, bring that on, man. Let's do it. All right, so the number one figure, in my opinion, in 2020 has to go to... That's right! It's your boy, the Toycanic himself! It's not this. This isn't the number one. Bet you guys thought that was like, really, Bill? Like, really, you're going to do that? You're going to put yourself up there? No. The real number one spot goes to... That's right, it's the main man, freaking Lobo from Storm Collectibles. This right here is one of the coolest freaking figures I own. This figure is so awesome. I love everything about him. He didn't come with 3D glasses. I actually gave these to him myself. This right here, I made these glasses. Obviously. Let's take them off, though. Alright, look at this thing. Look at this freaking thing. And tell me this isn't the main man. He's got feathered bangs. He's got the freaking Bite Me fanboy jacket on. Yeah, I know this is from Injustice, but did they not do him justice? Injustice had one of the coolest freaking designs for Lobo I've ever seen. This thing is awesome. Everything about this, from the mold to the sculpt to the... This thing is exactly, Ori says, exceptional. This is it. This is the coolest. This is one of the ones that I got whenever I finally got him in, and I said, man, this thing is great. So Storm Collectibles has this, you know, like they just like, it looks like they just make their characters out of ham. Like these figures are so meaty and big, and the muscles are crazy, but this works for this figure. This character works. Everything about this is perfect for a classic Lobo if you want to. Yeah, he's definitely biting through a cigar because he's the freaking main man and he can do that. You don't like that? So you don't want him biting through a cigar? No freaking problem. Let's fix that. Let's fix that real quick. Because you know why? You can. You can fix that. You know why? Because accessories. Because accessories. You don't like the feathered bangs? You don't have to have them. Because you know why? Accessories! He comes with his own freaking cigar. If you don't want him biting through a cigar, he don't have to bite through the cigar. You put it in his hand. Let's do this. Check this out. Check this out. What we got? So, we got this head. We got this head. This is a head. This is the face you make whenever somebody's like, Lobo's biting through a cigar. He's like, so what? Check it out. We got that. We got this. Is fantastic. Look at that face. Look at that face. Yeah. Pop that off here. Look at that. You got one face. Two face. We got unimpressed Lobo. We got real happy Lobo here. And then we got cigar chomping Lobo boy. We love it. Everything about this. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 hairs. You have options. You have hair options, man. Look at this. This is crazy. You want it like swept down a little bit. You want it look at this. This is crazy. Now that I'm looking at this, I think these are like each one of the, I want to say they gave me like extra hair. There's like, these two look the same. I was really impressed about this, and now I'm just thinking like, oh wow, you got two of the same. Alright, either way, I have 2 hair options, which doesn't ever happen. So, you got feathered bangs. Yeah, I don't know, it's kind of weird, like there are 4 different hair pieces, but like, they're the same. Like there's 2 of the same and then 2 of the same. That's pretty cool. Just in case, I guess, I don't know why. I don't know why you have 2 of the same hair pieces. Yeah. So, you just gotta make sure, squish that hair in there, and look at that. Now you got this more, look at that, kind of a more classic Lobo, got that longer hair, and they sculpted it to the point where, look at this. Still fits on him real nice. Rolls down the chest. Still get good articulation out of him as well. I personally, though, I really like this. I like these feathered bangs. Call me vain. Think it looks good, though. I think it looks really nice on him. He's got this freaking awesome double barrel shotgun, which also goes in the back here. So you pull it out, fire that off. I don't know if you could see this or not, but this is freaking great. Look at that. Boom. It's like tied together with like barbed wire. Freaking awesome, man. This figure right here he's just awesome. The hands are great. Like everything about these fingers is cool. Like you know how Storm is. They've got Justice Martinez, you are just in time for number 1. you missed the whole show. But, yeah, this thing is great, man. Everything about this figure is cool. I like how easy everything goes on and off. I feel safe, like, switching out the parts now. I know Storm's had a few things go wrong with, like, the first of their Mortal Kombat ninjas. Ori gave his loose cigar to Kingpin, and once again, that's why whenever you're sculpting, you take your loose sculpt, you roll up some cigars, and you can give cigars to all your figures. This figure's awesome, man. Everything about this figure is super cool. Look at this. He comes with, like, this chain, so you can wrap the chain around his arms and whatnot. He even comes with, like, the chain even has, like, this little spot right here, so you can plug it in to his wrist. So he's got that around his wrist if you want. So you swap out the hand like so. Put this on like so. Just like that. Pop it on like that. And take this thing right here, take this chain, and go ahead and wrap that stuff around. Like this. Like Spawn over here, but oh, Storm Collectibles would probably make a really great Spawn. And then you got this right here. I don't know if this was supposed to be attached before, so I could definitely reattach it. I thought it came unattached, but still, he's got his. This is in the wrong hand. This is his gun hand. Yeah, not only does he come with like, so this is a gun hand, but then he's got a gripping hand that's a little more tighter for his little hook here. A little hook. This is a big hook. Slide that in there. Which feels like it's made out of kind of a. The hook has some bend to it, which I prefer that. I hate it when you get a weapon like a sword that's just gonna break on you. It drives me crazy. And look at this, just freaking everywhere. Just covered in chains, man. Got my hook. The main man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the main man. Freaking crazy dude, man. I like Lobo. I like him a lot. He's just so damn metal and goofy and awesome. I really hope that one day we do get to see Jason Momoa play him, because I think that'd probably be some of the most fun we could have on the screen since like Shazam and the new Wonder Woman movie. Those are just fun films. But yeah. This is number one. This is number one for me. I'm interested to see like more lists. I just, like I said, I saw everybody putting out their lists, and I was like, well, I guess I'll jump on board with it. You know, might as well. I asked you guys if you wanted to see, you know, this, and you said yes. He does love dolphins. See? He knows what he's talking about. So that is the first half tonight. That's the first half of tonight. Say what, Bill? There's more? Now, I'm not repairing tonight, so if you're looking for repairs, you can go watch my old videos, which are monetized now. What? Are you? That's crazy. I'm still crazy. I'm still blown away by that. I even got a super chat tonight. Came out of freaking nowhere. Darth Clueless hopped in and was like, super chat. And left. It's like, just hit me with it. How cool is that, man? You guys are awesome. Oh, I love this, man. I love that you can do this with like any character that has this kind of articulation. Rest the gun on his shoulder like that. Believe that I'll have that literally in that pose. I will always have it in that pose every time. But yeah, so those are my top 10s. I still feel funny about those Storm Cyber Ninjas, man. Just crazy. Look at this. Yeah, and I made these for like the old one, the old SDCC one. It actually came with 3D glasses, but I never got any. So I actually took some old like you can tell this is some of my early painting, but I took these from my old Reservoir Dogs figure, painted them up, and I don't know, thought they looked pretty cool. Also, the ones that came with the SDC one, I think were black. Like black frames. I'm like, you gotta have white frames on 3D glasses, right? But Bat says, if the Todd father makes Lobo Batman, are you getting it? Why would I? I mean, look at this thing. Maybe if it's got some real good accessories and I could like put them on this figure, because he ain't beating this thing. It's going to be hard to beat this figure. So I thought about that. Yeah, I might grab the motorcycle, but I'm pretty sure Storm teased this guy's motorcycle. However, the McFarlane one is going to be super affordable, so I'll just have to save up for this one because I want to be ready. I want to be ready to get that because this guy needs a motorcycle so bad. I thought about making one, but since we're going to get some official releases, why waste my time when I could be repairing, right? Alright, so the next is, I don't really have, I wish I had more visual aids for this, but I wanted to talk to you guys about this. A few guys suggested this, and I thought that this would be kind of fun, seeing that obviously it is, you know, that's what I'm known for is the repair. I do have a dog, actually. The dog that I have, which that would be cool to get. I have this old DC Direct one. So I have this, which I'm happy with right now. I think he looks cool. He's just, you know, he's great sculpt. Looks cool. I'm okay with that. I need to get that Mr. Beefy figure and just paint him up, like from Little Nicky. That'd be really cool, but I think that thing's crazy expensive. So, anyways, let's get to the top 10 repairs of 2020. I don't know if I have 10 repairs, so to speak, but I went through my Instagram and just by my knowledge of what I repaired, and I couldn't come up with 10 really, but I do have a top 9 repair. Oh, another honorable mention on my list, though, I should say, definitely went to the Mafex Hush Batman. The problem that I ran into was that there's too many issues with the cape, which actually, you know what, that goes into number 10. That'll be number 10 because I had to repair 3 or 4 of those capes. So I couldn't believe that. Like for the amount you pay, I had to repair so many of those, and I was so excited for that figure because Hush Batman is my favorite, easily one of my top 10 like DC Comics, and Hush is my favorite villain as far as Batman goes. I love that. The cape is meant for either one big display or toy photographers. And even I saw toy photographers having trouble with that. There's a ton of mods out there for it. So I'm thinking it'd be cool if I could find like a smaller cape to put on it. I think the figure would be awesome. Just like kind of what I did here. Like this is one of my favorite figures. This is the Jason Momoa Aquaman. I love the film costume so much, but I wanted clearly a comic Aquaman. So I actually I put in a neck for it to match the skin tone. I actually kept the Jason Momoa one is somewhere else. I think it's still in the box with the neck. But then I took my favorite Aquaman head from the what's that? It's like a 5-pack. I've got him on card, but he was the hook hand version, which anyways. But stuff like this. So this to me now is a great Aquaman figure. I love this thing. I love, like I said, I love the movie design. I think it works. I would rather have a comic accurate one, but I love this design. I think it's super fun and it works. But that's what kind of crushed me on the Hush Batman, is that he looks so great. You know, like the design is really well done, but that cape is so big, and for such an expensive figure, it kind of makes me nervous to try to go in and mod that thing. So that's weird to me that I'd have to do that. I'm going to answer a question real quick and we'll get back to it. Ringer149 said, did you get the Android Krang yet? And if yes, have you swapped the saw blade? It's on backwards, apparently. really. I did get the Krang thanks to Mr. Oreo Mega in here. Swap the saw blade. I happen to have everything right here. The figure's on the shelf. Oh wow, look at that. You're right. You are correct. Look at this. The saw blade. Yeah, you can see the imprints from the mold. Huh. Now my question is, will this just pop right off? I'll be dang. Look at that. I wonder if I can, yeah, I wonder if can I heat this up and pop it off? Let's see what happens if I heat this up. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Ringer. This is hard plastic, so I don't know if this is going to do anything, but it might. See what happens here. This is cool. Let's see if heat helps. I did not even notice that. And I even made a point to show my wife. I was like, check it out, it spins. Huh. This is kind of the way it's on there, isn't it? Wow. Let's see if I can get this off with a flathead screwdriver. I'm afraid I'm going to break it. Because I can see if I wonder if I could push this through. Huh. Yeah, so the only way I could see to replace this, actually, without breaking it, is to sand this down. I'm wondering if I could take... So I think what you'd have to do is you could see here that you see this little peg. This little peg is sticking out a little bit. What I'm going to do is sand around it just a little bit without hitting the... Let's see if that'll give me just the clearance I'm looking for here. No, looks like I'm going to have to go down even further. So what I'm going to have to do probably is sand this down. I'd like to keep the peg intact. And make that small enough to where I can just... There we go. So now we've got this here. Yeah, look at that. Looks so much better on this side. Sheesh. So we just put that back on like this. So yeah, it looks like so for the now, what we would do, check this out. And look at that, you got me working. See, I said I wasn't going to work tonight, and here we go. What we'll do is we will take a little bit of sculpt, right? Smallest amount, and this is kind of cool. Check this out. So we're going to use some Procreate, right? Procreate Sculpt. And what we'll do is we're going to mix up a 50-50 mix. Which means we're going to do, see there, it's like 50-50, equal parts. And so we're going to take this, we're going to moosh this stuff up until it becomes one solid color. Rager, thank you. This is awesome that you actually... I did not know that. And in fact, it's kind of ironic that it comes with a copy of the blueprints to the Krang outfit, the actual figure, or the blueprints to the body. Let's take a photo here. And then we'll show that we used this to sand it down. This will be for a little Instagram post. Ringer, do you go by that same name on Instagram? Do you have an Instagram? Let's see. Let's get a photo of the sanding bit. Let's show the other side. Okay. And so here's what we're going to do. Get back to mixing our deal. I love how impressed you guys are. That's super cool. Thank you for your... Wow. GB said the Marvel Legend Anniversary Iron Man's biceps are on the wrong sides and his calves are facing the wrong way too. What the heck? Are you serious? Are we talking about the one that comes with the Tony Stark head? Nathan, yeah. It depends on really what you're doing. If you're doing like a... It really depends. It depends on the job, but I would suggest Procreate if you want to start with something. You can hop on Amazon right now and buy it. It'll probably be here probably tomorrow if you got the next day or by Saturday. It kind of looks like this. Procreate comes in 2 parts. All right, guys, hang tight. Well, I was gonna get to the top 20 repair or top 10 repairs this year, but I think we're finding some. All right. So what we've done here, I'm gonna try to show you guys what I'm doing. Or you can just look at my beard if you want. My nose hair. Okay. So I've got this little piece of sculpt here, right? Just a tiny little bit. And I think I'm actually going to go smaller than that. So I'm going to break that in half. We'll see. Here we go. Alright, so there's our piece that we just... Yeah, here's some honorable mentions for the repairs of 2020. The Krang Saw Blade. Brought to you by Ringer 149. And GB, give me a second. I'm going to look at that Iron Man. Alright. Let's put this where it's supposed to go. And so what I've done here is basically sculpted a little ball. Alright, Ringer. Well, I was just going to kind of give you credit for bringing this to my attention on there is why I asked. Okay, just got to get this guy to stick. So what I'm doing right now is literally just and since this is a cartoon, device. Boom, check that out. So what we'll do is take a little water on my finger to kind of smooth it out. And what we'll do, and what this does, is once that hardens, let's make sure it's going to spin. Yeah. There you go. And if you want, you can leave it that gray color. You could actually mold this to probably be the similar color there. But then look, you've got like a nice little cartoony kind of button on there, just like it was before. If you want to sand it down, you can or whatnot, but yeah. So there you go. And just like that, that'll be fixed. And if for some reason that decides to pop off after it dries, add a little dab of super glue to the end, pop it back on. It's already going to fit perfectly because you've pressed it in and it's already got a little mold there for it. So, yeah. I'm glad you brought that to my attention. That's really cool. I'm glad. I was honored to do some repairs for you guys live. Get that. Boom. And how about this? We'll do a little video here. Just real quick is what we'll do. So where's my video? So while doing my top 10 live stream here, a fellow by the name of Ringer149 brought to my attention that the Android Krang has a saw blade that's on backwards apparently. He was right. And so now we've fixed it by dremeling the top off here and then flipping the blade around, which it's actually painted and everything on this side. We added sculpt, and now we're in business. We might paint this, or I might just leave it alone because it does kind of match the darker color. So thank you, Ringer149. Freaking awesome. And you'll see that later. Cool, man. We'll set this to the side and let it dry. Now, so now we've got, what do we have? We've got an Iron Man. Alright, I definitely have him. I like this figure a lot. Alright. So, we said that the Marvel Legends Anniversary Iron Man's biceps are on the wrong sides and his calves are facing the wrong way too. Come on. Oh, where are you going? There you go. I believe my biceps are fine. Yeah, they connect with the elbow, so the biceps seem to be fine. Are these everybody's, or he said the I don't have Iron Man 2020. But these biceps are definitely correct as far as the sculpt goes, because they connect to the elbows there. The elbows in the back, so we said the calves are facing the wrong way, because this looks like the back to me. Yeah, that would be funny. Compare the arms to War Machine. Okay. Let's compare the arms to War Machine. Oh, I see what you're saying. So sorry. You're saying they're on the wrong... These are on the wrong arms. Is that what you're saying? Oh, I get it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're saying that they're on the wrong. Oh. Yeah. So what he's saying, they're not. Yeah. They're swapped. They're not. Sorry, I misunderstood. Okay. Yeah. So let's fix that then. So, but I'm. There's another thing that I was confused by was the. Because my feet are on the right pegs. I think the legs are okay though. They look fine from what I'm looking at. But I got you. I was looking at the back there, seeing if they were on the wrong, but I wasn't looking at the sides. So yeah, okay. So yeah, well, for any of you that don't know how to do this is the simple heat and swap or heat and pop. So that. I'm going to heat this arm up. You're definitely correct. Well, I just must have opened this guy up and must have just popped him on the shelf, and that was all she wrote. Well, GB, thank you very much. Appreciate you helping me get my Tony Stark in order. Alright. So now the arms are good. Let's take another look at the boots. They say they curve down the wrong way. Well, son of a gun. So they're backwards and flipped. Well, oh, see, I don't... What? Okay, hang on. So, this is how mine were. It's kind of funny, too, because it looks like... So, when I look at these... Man, that's supposed to be in the front. That's ugly. That's ugly. There's like a big defect in the front. On both fronts, there's a defect. So let me double check on that. Oh man, this is wild. I can't believe this. How about that? Don Draper, yes, I do have that Figure Arts Wonder Woman. Cool. I guess my Iron Man's good. So just had to swap the feet around, twist them around and flip them. That's weird. So Don, yeah, I do have that Figure Arts Wonder Woman. What was, you have a question about it? GB, thank you very much, man. He is good to go now. Swap those around and... Awesome. Good deal. Man, my buddy has the worst freaking time. He's calling me right now. Doing a live stream. His name is Jeff and he's in California. Can you look at the eyes of yours and tell me... Man, Jeffrey. I think she's over here somewhere. me see if she's... Yeah, actually kept her close by. You said, I want to buy, but that would drive me nuts. You said, cross-eyed. Well, I guess you can decide. I'm just trying to get my light on her. I think she looks pretty damn good, personally. I really like this figure. And then the side eyes. This figure is awesome, man, because it like looks like her. I mean, if you think that looks cross-eyed, this is exactly what it looks like in person. I think it looks pretty good, personally. But that is really your call on that one. What did I got? Oh, let me show you here. How about? Yeah, I think they look pretty good, especially in person. But I think you could take good photos with her too. I don't see it being. They don't look off. But let me show you one of my biggest disappointments of 2020. I think this is what Casting Cave wanted me to do. Put my robe back over here. Okay. Here we go. One of the biggest disappointments in 2020. This figure was not cheap. I wanted this really bad. I do want that golden armor. That movie was freaking awesome, man. All the people that are talking about Wonder Woman 84, I haven't heard one reason why they don't like it. They're like, it's just bad. I'm like, it's not just bad. No, you're wrong. I definitely think you're wrong. Look at this. Okay, first off, this could pass maybe as Antonio Starco. This is what me and Pharaoh were calling him because he looks a little more Hispanic, I think. Which, that's cool. But like, this looks... So here's the issue. This looks like Tony Stark, okay, but Robert Downey, it's a. I mean, let's do this, man. Let's see if I can get here. See if I can get him. Let's see if my short self can reach up here without using a. I already knocked. That's one figure down. What else can I knock over before? Okay, so let's compare to this. This is freaking awesome. There's no doubt about how awesome this is. The same exact company who could have just retooled this head gives us this. So, what happened? I just don't get it. It looks like Robert Downey's like stunt double, which, okay, the thing is, yes, this looks like a Tony Stark, which is cool, but what we paid for was Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. You know what I mean? Which, okay, even then, I could kind of... This is unforgivable for me. Can you see the eyes? This one, on this side, the left eye is right. The right eye is looking to the left. And this drives me absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Yeah, you can swap the heads, but here's the problem. I have 3 of these heads here that aren't... I mean, I paid for the face and heads, you know what I mean? Like, it just bothers me. It bothers me greatly to pay that much money and just to get this. I don't know, man. This looks like something. This looks like I painted it, and then here you got like almost casting cave quality, almost. That's just bothersome. Chris, this is the... I can't remember. This is a Figure Arts Tony. I can't remember which one this was. He comes with another arm as well that connects. I got this a while back. But, yeah, this one, man. This is the one I was excited for. This is the head I was really excited for. This, and I'm like... I don't know. I guess I could almost play this one off because of how disheveled he is, but it doesn't... I mean, it just doesn't... These heads look like the same guy in the pack. They don't look like this guy. I mean, those are 2 dudes. They look like brothers. And this guy got the looks. You know what I mean? Like, so that's really upsetting to me. The figure, I mean, all I need to do is get some heads on it, but then that just means I got to pay more money for more heads. I was really excited. It come with, like, these, this is kind of cool. If you want to see the silver lining. Like, the calipers open. Thought that was cool. He comes with a hammer, the gloves. He comes with this pretty weak anvil. Yeah. So, that was one of the big letdowns of 2020. I'm sure somebody out there likes it, but... I mean, I don't hate it. I don't think I'm going to get rid of it. But it just bothers me that... Because even in the promo photos here, he looks the exact same as he does in the... But this head looks awesome. I think that looks way better right there. And I guess that's just a photo, but... I don't know. That's pretty dang misleading. From Bandai Premium. Premium Bandai, whatever. Yeah, molding, movable, option parts. Right. So anyways, that was a big letdown of 2020 right there for me. I don't usually get a lot of figures in and I'm like, ugh, but that one was rough. That was pretty rough. I still love this one though. Definitely love this figure, so I'm glad I got that. I don't know. I think these two look cool together. There you go. The Iron Mandalorian. Alright, no? Okay. Need to calm down. Back to the repairs though. Thank you guys for that. Needed to knock off the cobwebs there for some repairs. It's weird to do a live without doing repairs. But I figured I would take my time to... Julian said, I ain't never seen 2 pretty best friends. One of them always got to be ugly. Yes, that's funny. But back to my repairs. So we talked about the Batman cape from Hush Batman. So I saw a few of those. Guess number 9 would be a lot of Mezco double elbows came through. Always hard to fix those because they're metal. So there's 2 metal pieces. There's a metal piece here and a metal piece here that allow the double hinge. And they're super, super thin pieces. And it drives me crazy that they're that thin. Oh, hey look, Captain McKay's in here. He's going to be listening as he edits some video stuff. If you guys, like I said, I need to put the link to his YouTube in the description once this video is done. You guys gotta go follow Captain McKay. He does some really freaking cool stop motion stuff. I envy that so much. It's just amazing to see when it's done right. You know it's done right when there's amount of time and the quality. Amazing, super cool. So definitely go follow Captain McKay. Like I said, I'll try to remember to put the link to his YouTube in my description. But yeah, so Mezco double elbows, once again, those are always hard. I tend to have to get I generally have to make new ones. So what's weird about them is that used to, it was easier. Used to, you had basically a piece, the elbow piece, like you would see on Marvel Legends. You know, generally it's an elbow with 2 holes in it, and then those 2 pieces hinge. But what they used to be was, it was like a elbow with the pieces like this, but it was 2 pieces, so they sandwiched in a smaller piece, and the pegs that connected into the forearm and to the bicep would break. So I could make a new one of those because it was single. Well, they flip-flopped that design, so instead, now their biceps literally do look like Marvel Legends, so it's a single piece of plastic instead of those double, and the double pieces are now on the outer hinges. So it's literally like a peg that's connected like this. And this hinges. So if one of these breaks off, I can't reconnect that. I can't make that. That's too much for me to make. I could do the single one. So generally, if I have to fix one of those, I have to go to Casting Cave and be like, hey man, I need the most flexible plastic. I need you to recast this. And still getting those things apart because they're put together with a pop rivet. So that's a metal piece that is popped in and not meant to be removed. And it damn sure ain't meant to be removed and replaced and put back in. So I hate that. Those are hard, and I have to charge for those because they are so difficult. I don't know if I can show you one. Oh, check it out. I can. This is exactly... So this is the old school one. You can see here, right there, you see the sandwich piece. So on the other end is obviously this elbow, and so you can see here that there's a double layer that runs along here. Let's get that off of there. So there's this, and so what happened used to was these little pieces, gosh, there's like a little hair on there, it's driving me crazy. These little pieces right here in the middle, the little sandwich, the meat, there's a peg going into here that would break and these would come off. Well, now they, like I said, they flip-flopped it. So the piece here in the middle would be connected to the elbow, and then the double pieces are connected to the peg. Way worse. Way worse, way harder to fix. And like so much so I have to pay Casting Cave to do those, and then I have to go back in and put them back in and hope that I don't freaking break anything that's in there. So that's always a dang nightmare. But I did see a few of those this year. I had to fix one for my buddy Edward Tao, and God, it took me forever because I sent one and he's like, hey, it arrived broken. I'm like, oh my God. So it didn't work, so I had to go back in and do that again, which I hate. So number 8 on the repair list would be Mezco Deathstroke boot armor. This is a real weird one, and actually we can use the McFarlane figure here to show you what I'm talking about. These right here are movable, and they're basically, there's a peg underneath on the Mezco figures, and this just allows a little extra articulation in here, kind of like, see how this works, but these are one solid piece connected to the shin. These things break off like crazy on the Mezco ones. And I have to go in, and you don't have a lot of room to play, but what you have to do is kind of Dremel out the hole. There's a peg, basically a ball peg that's on there. You got to stick that in there, and then you have to drill a tiny, tiny hole, not through, but just barely into it, and then add a peg, and oh gosh, it's crazy. It's a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, there's that. Number 7. Marvel Legends Bicep Swivels. Like, where the heck did all those come from? All of a sudden, boom, just an influx of those. Just constant. It felt like they just wouldn't stop. And then I just finished, you guys were here for the live stream. Some of you were here for the live stream that I did, that we knocked out all those. And that was crazy. I just can't believe how many biceps were breaking on Marvel Legends. This whole look at this. So for those of you that weren't here, there's my box of goodies over here. Where the heck did I put it? Cool. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, we had, I can't remember which ones I actually fixed already. Oh, they'd be on the bottom. Yeah, I felt like there was a Thor, there was an Iron Man, there was a Green Goblin, there was a Captain America, there was a Spider-Man, and then I had more of the Spider-Man come through as well. Like a ton of this Spider-Man in particular. I guess this is I can't remember which one this was. It's one of the film ones. It might be Far From Home or whichever figure this one was. A lot of those came through. All of them with broken bicep swivels, which is kind of crazy. So that must be obviously a common issue in him. Justice Martinez said, is there any way you could fix a stuck thigh cut? I mean, like molded shut. Yeah, I'm sure we could definitely. You can fix anything. You can definitely fix anything, and just like, the impossible just takes a little longer to do. Message me on Instagram at billmaru toy canics, Justice, and we can talk about it. So yeah, Marvel Legends bicep swivels, number 7. Number 6, NECA Aliens. Oh my god. The elbows and the knees. Oh man. All of those figures, they constantly break. I'm not sure if these were all older ones, but they have those little pegs that break. I have to, nowadays, instead of reattaching the peg to the plastic ring that, is generally in the elbow, which they have like a double elbow kind of thing, basically like how Baxter here is made. You can see here that it's like there's a separate piece. I don't know if it'll focus for me. This elbow right here has got a separate piece in it. And you can see the little two pieces, so it swivels here and swivels there. Well, those break all the time on the NECA Aliens, like crazy. It sucks. And they're not easy to fix either. They're generally, because they're kind of gummy, they've got like a softer plastic. And then the pegs even feel like a softer plastic, so whenever you're trying to twist them to make sure, so that's why I had to stop trying to reattach the pegs, because then if I didn't Dremel out the inside of the cavity, then they'll stick again. It'll catch that screw and just twist right off, and you don't have a lot of real estate to work with in the first place. So those always sucked. So yeah, that would be number 6. Number 5, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure figures. An influx. Apparently, my name must have been dropped in a JoJo figure collector group. And oh my gosh, they just flooded. It was insane. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what is going on? So the amount of JoJo figures that rolled through in 2020 were insane. It was insane. I was going through it the other day. I had you got legs breaking. A lot of times it's the neck pegs that break. They just need to be dremeled out a little bit. It's all they need is one little Dremel, and then you're good. And it's because you could tell the things were so dang tight, you would have had to heat them up, and if somebody breaks it, they're trying to pull on it, and it snaps. I had arms, like elbows. I had wrists, ankles. The main guy, I guess Joseph, he wears like a yellow polo shirt. It's real tight, like everything in JoJo's. But his hip breaks apparently all the time, and it's a crazy repair, because it's like the piece it's like a sandwich piece, and so this is like inside of the hip, this is inside of the thigh, and so this is supposed to twist here, this is supposed to allow this to twist around, and this right here just breaks off, just gums off. Oh, my man Austin Kaiser's here. Happy New Year's to you, sir. I still have your figures. I need to bring them to you. I'll try to see if I can find some free time to bring those over to you. That'd be cool. But yeah, so yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, definitely number 5. Number 4, the Storm Collectibles original, like the Mortal Kombat 2 ninjas. Was it Mortal Kombat 2? Yeah, because they've got the quilted look. So yeah, the Mortal Kombat 2 ninjas that came through. Oh my! Hey, Austin Kaiser with the $5 super chat saying, "Congrats on getting monetized, Bill, dude. Thank you so much. Thanks. I'll pay for the gas to go drop these figures off to you, my man. Thank you so much." But yeah, the Storm Mortal Kombat ninjas that were the beginning, like the start of the Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat ninjas. Ugh, God. There's just like something about them inside, just brittle and just breaks inside. I've seen wrists breaking. I've seen the ankles breaking. Mainly for me, though, I had to fix the insides of these guys and their hips and the torso twist, too. I had to fix Shao Kahn. I had to fix Goro's ankles. And Shao Kahn had to have his hips replaced. I fixed a lot of Storm hips. Like from Mike Tyson, had to fix that. Had to fix Shao Kahn. I've had to fix one of the characters from King of Fighters. Like the hips. I don't know what it is, man. It's insane. But yeah. But a lot of Mortal Kombat ninjas came through with like just crazy breaks all over the place. Like either broken, like the shoulder joint was broken, or the inside was broken. All the inner workings, like, so you take off that silicone rubber or whatever, and then there's just all this crazy work. I had to put at least 3 screws into one piece just to keep everything together. Crazy. Captain McKay said his Scorpion's loose as hell at the hip. He thought that's because he put him through hell with his animations, but Reptile is the same way, and I barely use him. Yeah, you got to be careful with those, man. They're the pegs. So what happens is where the shoulders or the hips where they plug in, the hips are freaking crazy. The hips are the weirdest things I've ever seen. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. They connect it like 3 points, and then it's like they sandwich, and then a piece swivels around. It's super weird. Like 2 pieces form one peg, and then the middle piece forms the other. They're so strange. But yeah, just crazy. Just crazy. I don't know. I've seen some wild stuff. I got to give it to, hey man, Storm Collectibles took my number 1 spot this year. That Lobo is awesome. And I know he's built similar, but their quality has obviously gone up. As lackluster as the head is, and she's just the freaking craft singles paint job on this guy, he's solid. I can give him that. Because they have to be. These are actually meant to be like, you hear that right there? That scares me. You can the one thing you want to do to these, if they do have that sound, which is funny, I've messed with this guy a few times. I've never heard that happen. I had to do this on a few. You want to take, for those of you that don't know, you can buy this fairly cheap. It's called Super Lube. It's a silicone oil, and the RC guys use this to keep their cars in tip-top shape. And you can, I think these arms are supposed to pop off because there's like ripped. Let's see what happens here. Watch, I'll break my Scorpion. I think these will pop off right here. I'll show you guys kind of what this stuff can do. I believe these arms are supposed to pop off because they've got like fatality arms for them. There we go. What you do, you get your silicone oil here. Yeah, Ricky M, go get you some, man. You want a cheeseburger? This guy's made out of plenty of it. Plenty of cheese. So you take yourself a little bit of this oil, and I mean a little bit. Just a dab. And you heard that squeak a minute ago. That was scary, like I said. So now we're going to take this, and we're going to put it back in. Still got a squeak. Nothing like it was. Dang! Nathan Moldenhauer said he just picked up his 80-year Iron Man and moved his ab crunch and part of it cracked off. Ugh. Hey, you might be able to pop it back on with some of this Loctite gel control. I'm very impressed by the Loctite gel control. The Craftsman was on point. You might be able to fix that. You might have a small seam where it was, or if you get lucky, it'll just be a solid contact. It's good to use a little bit of sandpaper on the edges so it has something better to grip on, but that stuff is pretty dang good. Pretty strong. But anyways, yeah, that's this lubricant here is really good. Listen to that. It's nothing where it was. I could feel it. Like I can... A minute ago, I was like, man, this thing feels like it's about to break on me. Now this guy's doing it. Check it out. Like, so look at that. Like, alright, well, while we're here, might as well, right? Alright, we'll pop this off again. Like I said, and be very careful using this. You don't need a lot at all. Just the smallest amount. Because once you get it inside of here, it'll start just going around. Oh, Oreo Mega says his Mafix Carnage open mouth head came scratched up. Amazon Japan gave him a full refund. Sheesh. Well, man, geez, paint that thing. It's red, black, white, and pink. Flat colors too, because it's right out of the comics. Austin, yeah, you can grab this. Grab this stuff, man. This stuff is awesome. It's called a Super Lube, which isn't suspect at all. Coming to your doorstep. But yeah, that stuff is awesome. It's cheap. I want to say I paid like maybe $7 to $10 for it. But you heard this a minute ago. There you go. Oh, I saw my Storm Zangief was that same way. Such giant ball joints, but it squeaked like that. The shock oil took care of that. There you go. See, Captain knows what's going on. But of course he would. He's like, so Captain, like I said, if you guys haven't checked out Captain McKay's channel, please do. He does some really cool stuff with stop motion. And I mean, I know you hear stop motion. It's like, he's good at it. It's one of those guys that's really good at it. He even had like a kind of a choose your own fighting simulator with Mortal Kombat, which I thought was insanely clever. And fun, and I think it just added something new to that. So definitely check out Captain McKay. The dude has a radio voice from hell. Like, just I don't know why Captain needs his own podcast so badly, because he has. Not saying you don't have to look for it, because we both share some lovely locks, but the voice is the voice. Man, I'm telling you, you need to be. Definitely need to have your own podcast. Yeah, Calvin, you don't want to really use dishwashing soap just because it's going to gum up a little bit. You grab you some of that silicone oil. It costs less than a figure, and it's going to save a ton of your figures. You can use it on. It's not going to ruin anything. In fact, you can even take some of that stuff and rub it on your Storm Collectibles figures, because over time, that's what makes me nervous. Over time, that rubber and silicone is probably going to degrade. And so that stuff is actually used to keep it, literally keep it, I don't know what I'm trying to say, protected, essentially. Let's get back to the list, though. We are at the top three repairs of 2020. Mezco female wrist joints. So they have recently been making more female figures, and I have repaired all of them at the wrists. Actually, the wrists and the elbows. I actually got Josh Chaney from Toy Migos here. I talked about it earlier. In fact, this is something I thought was really cool. He takes really great photos. And so I'll send out my card with any repair that, so if you get a repair from me, you're going to get a card and a sticker, which I know isn't, it's nothing crazy, but, you know, I like to throw that out there if you want to sport my stuff, or, you know. So you get a sticker like so, and you get a card, which I guess I need to have my YouTube now, huh? Gotta change that. This, like I said, so you're gonna get a nice thick card like this. But I love it when people pose their figures with the card. In fact, I think I might write something on there, be like, pose with me or something like that, or keep repairing, and maybe some kind of card that says please pose with the card. But people take their repaired figures and they'll pose them with the card. Also, if somebody wants to try to guess my lucky number, I will mail you a sticker and a card for free if you want one. So if you want to guess my lucky number in the chat, whoever gets it, I'll send this to. But anyways, Josh Chaney actually did this really cool Harley Quinn photos, because I had to rebuild half of her wrist because it's just impossible to reattach that tiny piece. And so she's chilling on there, which is now my cover for my Toycanic. So if anybody can, if anybody sends me a cool photo that I'm like, oh yeah, that could fit in a horizontal, landscape, then I'll use it as my cover photo for Toycanics. Look at all these numbers coming through. Billy Moon, you need to chill, man. You're dropping like all the numbers. Wait. Oh my God, Austin. Imagine if that was it, Austin. Imagine. Billy Moon is knocking out. You're not going to get it. Don't pay attention. Billy Moon said he said 16. Calvin J. No. So Ivan said his Mafex Dark Knight Returns had the problem where the lower ball joint broke and the wire from the cape ripped out. Estimated. How much would it be shipped if I am from Cali? I can't tell you the shipping because that's... I don't know how much he weighs. I don't own him, so I can't really tell you. But I could tell you to repair the lower ball joint and the wire from the cape. Man, I'd have to take a look at it, man. That sounds like a $30 job plus return shipping. I hate to hit you with that, but Bam! Billy Moon, you put all those numbers out there, but guess what? Let me see who got it. No. So if you said more than 2 numbers, you're not getting it. Not going to get it. Look at Julian just going crazy with numbers. Julian, you already said 7. That was your guess. I guess nobody's getting these cards. That's all right. That's all right. All right, Julian, relax. Toymigo said, I had an Ermac that the knee joint just snapped. Also, an evil hot Ryu that is just crumbling to pieces over time. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Oh, man, I hate hearing that. I guess I need to start asking my parents for work. Don Draper. I said if somebody could guess my lucky number, I would send them a sticker and a card. Just because I was talking about the sticker and the card. And people went nutso trying to put every number in there that they could possibly think of. So a lot of these numbers, one of you might have already got it right, but you put in too many dang numbers. Should have chilled. Should have waited. Yeah, Ivan's already done 2. I'm taking it back. You don't get it now. Do you have a fix on yellowing on white or clear plastic? If it's from nicotine, you're kind of out of luck. That stuff stains real deep. Real deep. The only thing I could suggest would be, I don't have a lot of history with that, but I would think maybe a toothbrush or a firm toothbrush maybe with or a rag and warm water and soap. You're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to work for it. I don't think there's a quick fix for that, but I don't know. You could check into it. I'm not sure. Let's see. Austin says, Bill, do you know what the street date was for those Krang Android body NECA figures? I still haven't gotten one. I normally go to a German toy site for the NECA Team and T-Fix to avoid the hassle. Dude, I don't, because they came out, I want to say the day Ori found them, because they hit California fairly quick. Man, I do not know. Actually, Clayton said, to the soul deep. That's how deep nicotine stains, to the soul. Oh, Christopher Herndon says that there's a Lego guy by the name of Jang Bricks that has a solution. He said a liquid and a type of light. It could be a UV. There you go. So, thank you, Chris. I'm going to look into that, because I had a guy the other day who actually needed some help. If that works, cool. Thanks, man. See, you guys are awesome, man. You guys are always teaching me stuff, too. Yeah, and that would be great, because he was having the issue that the soft plastic on his Moon Knight, this thing was yellow, and then the hard plastic was white. He doesn't smoke in the house, but he is a smoker, because that was the first thing I asked. I was like, do you smoke? And, yeah. So Ringer149 says Toy Polloi thinks he spelled it wrong, but has a video on making vintage yellow stormtroopers white again. That could be... Okay, cool. Write that down. And if anybody knows the correct spelling for Toy Polloi, let me know. Or if that is the correct spelling. Vintage stormtroopers. Okay. So, number 2 on the top 20 repairs. Top 10 repairs of 2020. Excuse me. Mezco single elbows. Yep. A lot of those. Good Lord, a lot of those. From Joker to... I get a lot of Netflix Punishers. Commissioner Gordon. Catwoman. Nosferatu came through as well. Had to rebuild one of those. John Wick, Black Mask, Black Mask, Black Mask. Lots of Black Masks. So Toy Polloi is Polloi. Cool, thank you. Yeah, the number 2 on the list of repairs definitely goes to Mezco single elbows. Oh my gosh, it's so insane. It's crazy how many of those break. And it's even crazier because you would think that the double elbow would be fine, but the single jointed elbow is the same design that my Razar broke. Yeah, that knee just snapped. And like I said, here's that peg. Snapped right off. Ori Omega says he's currently attempting the Psylocke hype mod. I really need to do that and do a video over it, but oh gosh, it's crazy. Take care, Julian. Thank you for showing up. Always great. But yeah, let's get to the number 1. Number 1 on the top 10 repairs of 2020. Definitely. This was the first one I wrote down without a doubt. I knew exactly which one it was. Can any of you guess? Hey, I'll tell you what. If you can guess number 1, if you can guess the figure that my number 1 repair is, I'll send you the card and the sticker. Austin, they're definitely breakable. I had to make sure I heated up. I had to heat up my buddies as well that he bought off me to make sure it wasn't going to break. So, definitely. Just be very careful. You need to heat those things up. Watch the knees. The knees are on my Razar, so one snapped clean. Sucked. Well, McFarlane Thigh Mods, that's a mod. I'm talking about repairing. What broke? That's why McFarlane got lucky in making my top 10 list with this figure right here. I wasn't going to put it on there because you have to mod them. I didn't want to put any figures on there that had to be modded, but this figure stands alone as probably the best one in my opinion. I do like Spawn. Christopher Herndon. Christopher Herndon said Spider-Man wrist. That's right. That is absolutely correct. Look at this. Got the notes. Got the notes here. What does that say? Number 1, top 10 repairs. Mayfix Spider-Man joints, wrists, also knees, but the wrists. That's it. That's it. You got it. Chris, if you would like a business card and a sticker, then please message me your address on Instagram, and I'll gladly send these over to you if you want them. Yeah, here we go. Right now, I have one. This guy sent me this Spider-Man in pieces. This is another Spider-Man. This is a knee that I've got to fix. And then another guy sent me this. He actually didn't send me the other half of the wrist, which really sucks because that's the half that I really need. But I'll figure out something to fix. But yeah, that's it. That's it. The Spider-Man wrist. Now Spawn thighs, I wouldn't say fixing. I just made these better. That would have been, if you would have guessed like my most modded figure, this absolutely, man. This would be it. Those thigh mods are everything. But yeah, look at that. Hasbro was good before mods. That flaming sword, he is good. He's good, but God, he's a chunky boy. He needed some help. You know what's funny is I have this Mayfix Spider-Man and mine never broke. But I have seen this thing break so many times. So many times. Yeah. Yeah, this cape is dope, right? This cape's super cool. I'm just kind of showing it off right now. And these are the old school like Spawn guns. And they look so cool in this new one's hand. I love them. They fit so well. Yeah, I really like this cape too. Fits really well, even though it's gigantic. I need a smaller one because he needs his own shelf. But yeah, poor Spidey, man. Spidey had a year. The Carnage is great. The Mayfix Venom, fantastic. And I have seen this break happens on not only the regular Spider-Man, but it also happens on the comic one as well. Papa Schmitty, no, that is just that's my modded Mortal Kombat Spawn. I don't have the Kickstarter one in yet. It's not in yet. Yeah, Ivan says he's super sad that figures break so much. I can't have fun with them. I have to heat them up or accept that they broke, like Dark Knight Rises. That was a birthday gift. Only one day with him. That breaks my heart, man. I think, are you the same guy? Somebody else messaged me about that as well, that I'm supposed to be fixing another one of those as well. I feel like I need to fix this guy's wrists so they don't get broke. But it seems like these are good. Seems like these are a good pair. But yeah, this one right here, his knee broke, and this isn't the first time I've had to fix this either. So basically what happened was, here's what we'll do. So we'll take this, I'll show you what happened. This isn't the first time. I've actually had to fix both of these once. Oh, this is the comic version, by the way, which is really cool. Pretty cool design. I opted for the regular version myself. So this version's pretty cool. So what I'm doing right now is I'm heating up the knee to remove this peg. Go. Hell of a peg too. So what happened here is this piece right here that bends on the knee, the peg broke. And this is, like I said, this isn't the first time this has happened. I've seen this happen a few times. Well, what we can do here is give you a stroke. Well, motion sickness. Sorry, Clayton, if Ashley's watching. I don't want to make her sick. So yeah, what we do... This always bothers me. This is on the figure, and it always looks like a spot of super glue. For the longest time, like, I got one of these in, and it freaked me out because I thought that I touched it. And I'm like, how did I touch this? And the super glue, you know, when super glue dries, it, you know, it can leave that white residue. So I was like, ooh. Ori, as far as the cell shaded and regular, it's both. They both have the issue. I've seen more on the regular, but I've seen a bunch. Like this right here is cell shaded. So that sucks. And I want to try to pop this thing out, but it's not supposed to go out this way. It's supposed to go out the other way. Usually I can pop this out. I try being really careful. I don't want to like try to bend this too hard and it break this piece right here. What I did last time was I want to say I actually there we go. Take this here and hopefully this is one of those moments where like I try this and I split the peg and it's like, oh, that was embarrassing. I gotta fix that now. I can't, the weird thing is like it's bigger on that side, so I think I'd like to hit it here, but I don't want to snap anything. So a lot of times what you can do is you can find yourself like a little lip like this, because let's say if I was to try to go in like this right now and hit this with a hammer, your fulcrum and your piece right here, their point of impact, you're going to snap that peg off, and that's not what you want to do. But if you get something like this, there's a little bit of a lip right here, just enough for me to get my piece in here. And I want to get this thing out because clearly it's stuck. Now, something you could do here is simply drill it out and put in a new peg, but I'd like to see if I could use the original. It's not going to come out easy. So this thing is probably just stuck in here. So where it looks fused. Like, look at this. Let's see if I can zoom in. I don't know if it's going to pick up or not. It looks really fused in there, which is really weird. I don't think I've seen this issue before. Billy Moon exiting with a $2 super chat. Billy Moon, you're freaking awesome, dude. Always here just to bring cheer. I don't think I want to go this route. I'm afraid I'll snap this in two, and that's the last thing I want to do. So what we're going to have to do here is I'm going to have to drill a hole in this. Suddenly, all of a sudden, I'm doing work. This is not what I had planned on doing. I don't think I need to be doing this right now. I'll do that. I start off with like, well, what I would do here, and then I'll start grabbing, like instinctually grabbing tools, and well, the rest is history. What we would do here is Dremel this out, which is what I'm going to do, because if I were to try to hammer this thing out, it would break. I could feel it. Mr. Moon, Clayton Stevens says. Always a pleasure, Billy. Always. And I'm not just talking about your super chats. So yeah, what I would do is take a smaller drill bit, like a tiny finger drill here, and we would we got our hole drilled in here, and see if I can work it out. Man, I just think this thing is stuck. Like, I think this just got completely... Yeah, it's like fused. It's just the plastic's fused. So that sucks. So what I'll be doing here is basically hollowing out the... God, this peg. I gotta make a new peg, which isn't really a problem. And so what we'll do is I'll find some blue plastic that looks similar. Man, I cannot believe that this thing is just fused. I mean, this was never gonna bend. Never. I've literally drilled a hole and the peg is still like there. Like, this is crazy. A lot of times I'll come in and it's like a short angle. So when we do have to put in a peg in here, we want it to basically, generally you have like kind of a mushroom head on the end. Much like most pegs, so it'll give you a little, that angle allows it to push through and then click in place with the flat bottom. So what we're doing here is, I'm done with my list now, so now I'm just working. So I want to thank you guys for showing up. You're obviously welcome to stay here for the live stream. Dude, we had like 40-something people in here tonight. There's 36 viewers right now. That's crazy. That's a lot. Look at that, all without this light. You guys have been staring at me all noir all night. Wow, look at that. Could have had nice flat lighting the whole night. I was so excited to talk to you guys that I didn't even get the lighting right. Shame. But we got some freaking super chats tonight. You guys are awesome, man. I still can't believe that. I still can't believe that, man. Enrique G said, "Hi Bill, what would you recommend I use to hold the part in drilling in place for safety purposes?" Safety purposes. I use this and these. I guess if you need, I always use my hands, man. I don't know. I would say if you needed to hold something in place while you're dremeling, possibly some pliers, like so. I wouldn't trust them like that, just because I feel like I have more... I I don't know. Samurai Chris, I did not say what my lucky number was. Chris Herndon won because I changed it over to what was my number one repair of the year, and he got it. So now you guys don't get to know my lucky number. I'll save it next. I'll save it for another something crazy. I'll let everybody know. Be like, only pick one number or you're out. You're out of here. People got crazy. Billy Moon, all numbers. So many numbers. So I'm kind of gently going around the edge here. Because what you don't want, and this is crazy, but what you don't want is an even like hole all the way through. You want the middle to be just a little tighter. So when you push whatever it is through, it's going to pop through and stick in there. What I do generally do is, like I said, I came in at an angle, but what you can also do is you take one of these round burrs, right? Like so. And then you Dremel like this. Don't go all the way through. So what that does is create like a little concave entryway. So when you go to press your little peg in, your peg's either going to be rounded or some kind of mushroom tip, basically. So it pops in, it can't come back out. That's why we don't want the. That's why we want that shallow center. So when it goes in, it stays out. Also, it's got to be flush here, so we don't want to push the peg all the way through. If we do, though, we can sand that down. I'd rather do that than it, you know. Well, I mean, it's either that or it's going to be inside of it, so no harm, no foul. GB said, has there ever been a figure that you couldn't repair? If so, which one? Not yet. I haven't found one that I've found a few that I'll turn down because I've done them before and I don't feel like maybe either doing it again. Like the Shockwave I just got done with. I think it was called a Zeus or something, Zeus toy or something. It was a giant Shockwave figure from the movies. I'll never do another one of those because it was too much. And I'm afraid I'd probably do it, but I'd have to charge the person crazy. A lot of times if I haven't done a wild repair and it's my first time, that person's probably going to get a crazy good deal. Because I don't know what I'm doing, which you would think I would charge more for, but I generally charge less because I'm like, hey, you're going to have to give me some time with this, right? Because I don't know what I'm doing. So I got to go in and figure that out. But I fixed a Zangief before, and I'll never do it again. The old soda one. Mesa Demon, formerly known as Ringer149. Which is funny because I'm going to be shouting you out as Ringer on the that little live video I did. So what I'm doing right now is going through my oh, check that out. I got some Spider-Man parts. No. No way. Oh, dude. So I want to say Shartimus hooked me up with some pieces once from some busted Mafex Spider-Man. He needed some wrist pegs made, and that's where I started making them. Oh, God. Repairing the HasLab Unicron. Could you imagine? Look. That thing is so freaking big. Yeah, so big shout out to Shartimus. Check that out, man. He hooked me up with some pieces a long time ago, and now I've got this peg here, so I can use the plastic to make a new peg, and the peg will match the color. It's all about who you know, and I know Shartimus. So yeah, so what we want to do then is. What we want to do is start off with let's see what we got here. This is a 1mm. I don't want a 1mm. I want less than 1mm. Let's see what we got. This is a 0.9. That's pretty good. Just a little under a millimeter. And we want less than 1 millimeter because our screw is 1 millimeter. So we want to start with it to be lower than that. So we'll make sure it fits. And what we'll be doing here is taking the old eye hook method. And Julian says, hey Billy, you should switch the Flashpoint Batman's neck peg with the infected Superman's neck peg. It makes the neck longer. I don't really have a problem with this neck, actually. I actually don't want this neck to be longer because, you know, when dudes get really like strong, like these, what is it, the traps or whatever it's called, the right here on your clavicle area, and the whatever this part of your musculature is called, you know, generally they widen out, get swolled up. So I like the look of this, honestly. This one hasn't been modded. I have a modded one around here somewhere, and I don't know what I did with it. Because I ended up finding one for like 15 bucks without the Build-A-Figure piece. So I bought it, and then I started getting the Build-A-Figure pieces in, and I was like, well, dang it. Now I really want that. So I ended up buying another one, which I didn't think would... I thought it'd be cool to like try to make a Superman out of this, but I don't think I'm going to go through with all that because of the... I mean, unless I can find like joints that are the right blue, no way. I'm not going through that. I don't feel like doing a custom. Especially not a Superman. Oh, I will say this though. This is kind of a little shameless plug here thrown out. But if you guys know of anybody who wants to buy either a Black Series Mandalorian, a Mezco Gambit, or a Mezco, this is the original Daredevil, it's not a KO or anything like that. These are my personal figures. I'm selling these, so let me know. The prices are a little cheaper than eBay, so just let me know. I had a pretty hefty pre-order come out today that I didn't expect, and like it has wiped out my PayPal completely, and I don't like that. So if you guys know anybody that is looking for those specific figures, let me know, because I've got to get these I gotta get repairs out and get paid for those, and that would be some nice cushion. So thank you. Oh my gosh, nobody's gonna send me a HasLab Sentinel. I think they'll just deal with the break. I don't even know how much shipping would that be. Good lord. Oh, GB. Oh! George Barretto. Oh, George. Dude, I didn't know you were GB. My man. Oh, God, that Zangief. The pieces that I did. Oh, cool, man. Thank you for showing up. I didn't know that was you. Yeah, George, dude. I remember. Oh, my God. Yeah, you were the last Zangief I repaired. I fixed almost every single thing in that thing, and the pieces that I didn't fix broke. Killed me whenever you... God, it drove me crazy. I am, Austin. I'm looking for that. Yeah, Clayton Inspector Gadget took my freaking money, dude. All of it. I overpaid too. I bought straight from the source, and I ended up paying like $40 or $50 more. No, I definitely like Gambit. I have the Mayfix on pre-order though, and I think I'll just take that. I don't know, man. I think I'm kind of falling out of some Mezcos. I like some. I like the DC Mezcos a lot more than I like the Marvel Mezcos. Yeah, Austin, like I said, I am definitely looking to buy that Storm Shao Kahn. I'm literally, it zapped me dry. The Zangief, so yeah, I bet I wouldn't be surprised if George tossed it. Dude, I literally went out and made like steel joints. I made custom steel joints for this thing. I was out there like in my grandfather's work shed on the table grinder grinding freaking like steel pegs to make sure. Clayton Claw's not. You get the Chief, you get Brain, you get Penny, and Inspector Gadget with all his stuff. But no, they didn't have Claw. Oh, that'd been awesome. Freaking love Inspector Gadget. I love those old cartoons, man. When they make figures of those old cartoons, I have to buy them. Have to buy them. George, it is so cool that you're here, man. That's awesome. So what I'm doing right now is drilling a hole down the middle. Ooh, I'm glad that didn't break. That's crazy that didn't break. My repairs are still intact. The rest of the figure crumbled. Ugh, that sucks. Same here, Don. God, I loved him, man. There's so many old cartoons that they need to be making figures of. It's ridiculous. Oh, guys, give me just a minute. I really gotta pee, but I want to show you something cool. Oh, golly, we've been going at this for hours. I don't know how Wade does it, man. Just got an iron bladder. The guy, do you remember I compared that Zangief figure? It was forever ago, but the thing would just crumble apart. But I actually went out and made steel pegs for it, like in grandfather's work shed. Yeah, I grinded down these nails that were the right size, and I made steel pegs. He's on there. He's been on tonight. His name's GB. I never made the connection because I didn't see his picture. There's George Barretto. And I was like, George, dude. He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, I fixed this. He was like, what figure, have you ever found a figure that you couldn't fix, and which one was it? Or that, you wouldn't do. And I was like, well, there's like some figures that I would never do again. And he was like, Zangief, LOL. And I was like, oh man, I did a Zangief once. So I was like, I had to rebuild most of it. He's like, it was mine. And I was like, oh, dude, it's George. So that's pretty cool. All right. We got clean hands. We got an empty bladder. We got more viewers while I was gone. That's cool. I'm sure everybody's like, where the hell is this guy? Much better. Drink some more tea. That's about right. I'm out of drink. What the heck? Alright. Let's see what we're talking about here. Sorry. I must have... Oh, yeah, would you?
Yep, you got a hand for me. I'm unpresentable.
You are always presentable. Tea and then fruit and lemon. Yeah, give a good squirt. She's amazing. It was so funny whenever I met Ori Omega here in person, and Christine was there, and he was like, "Oh, could you say that's crispy?" She's like, "That's crispy," and I was like, "Ha ha!" Oh, it was killing me. What did we miss here? Let's See, Don Draper said they made a really nice Inspector Gadget back in the 80s, about 12 inches tall, with all the gimmicks and cloth goods jacket. Oh, yeah, I remember that. That's expensive. Yeah, I don't need the 12-inch one. I'm excited about... Oh! I was going to, show you guys some stuff. So, as far as cartoons go and whatnot, these are some of my favorites. So obviously I always told you about the cartoon turtles, but see if I can adjust this real quick. I'll show you some cool stuff real fast before we get back to the repair. Got the, look at this, Sherlock Hound from Figma. Which, this was such a cool cartoon. Sherlock Hound. It's amazing. The Hounds of Baskerville. Oop, there one is. We lost his... Where'd your little pipe go, homie? Oh my god, it's falling apart on me. Watch everything just... What the hell? This fell off before, too. I guess it's like... Gross. I think it needs to be like... glued back on. It sticks back in, but I guess it needs to be glued on. Well, maybe we need to fix this. Yeah, dude, look how cool. It's like a little pipe. Goes in his mouth. Oh my god, SWAT cats would be amazing. Trying to... This thing is super cool. This is awesome. Ori. If like Hemsworth was like, you know, 5'8", 5'9" maybe. Oh, what did I keep losing this hat. I want you guys to see this too. Check this out. I don't know if you guys remember the old cartoon.
So damn delicious.
I told you it's delicious. Thanks. So, this right here, I got Sam and Max from Boss Fight Studios. If you missed out on these, I feel so sorry for you. These are super cool. This guy he's really fun, man. He's really fun. I wish he had the articulation like the Plunderlings, though. But he fits in really well with them, so this is pretty cool. Yeah, Ori I Am. That's the one I'm getting. So yeah, these are super cool. I love these. Just a little part of my cartoon collection. I actually found I was going through my room the other day and found I want to say it's an old, I don't know who did them. Like, so I have Space Ghost. Like, I've got Space Ghost over here and this awesome secret squirrel. I forgot I had this. He was like under... It's kind of dusty. No wonder. He was under... Look at this. Look how cool this was. I forgot that they did these. And I missed out on a bunch of these from that line. Sucks I missed these. But I have Secret Squirrel. I would love a Huckleberry Hound. And I think they made him. Like old Hanna-Barbera stuff is so freaking cool. That's why I was super excited about that, the Mystery Machine. But I don't really like the figures. I love the Mystery Machine. I think that's really cool. But Captain McKay, oh God. Sorry, before I get to that. Man, people talk about SWAT cats. Oh, T-Bone and Razor would be amazing. I've actually... I don't want to get off subject here, but I guess what is the subject besides, you know, toys? I have a... This is kind of a... Here. Let's get a little unorganized. I'll show you guys a little... Well, it's not really a secret, but just a passion project of mine that I haven't actually got to finish yet. Really even start. So I'm a big fan of all those wacky cartoons that came out back in the day, like the Cowboys of Moo Mesa and the check this out. This is, I know you guys remember these. Let's set this up correct. Like Mighty Ducks. These are some of my favorites, man. I love Nosedive. This is one of my favorite cartoon characters. And I've got, you know, everybody here. Actually, I have all the Nosedives, I believe. We got the motorcycles. I got 2 of these. Got Grin. Yeah, Grin, Nosedive, Mal. Of course, you got Mal. Christine got me this one, actually. This is brand new. It's pretty cool. So you got another Nosedive, of course. Gotta have them all. This is the other version of Wild Wing. Right here. It's these crazy super versions or whatever. I think the only one that I'm technically like missing as far as a figure went was Duke Larange. And the reason why I actually have all those is because I wanted to make articulate versions of them. So I've actually got, this is a Nosedive head that's actually been fitted for Marvel Legends. And then I had a Duke head that he had this crazy, like, weird, wacky eye thing on. So I took that off and I've re-sculpted this whole side of his face because he had this weird, like, it was one of those silly figures or whatever, but he had this, like, big crazy eye thing. I guess it was whatever this version was. But anyways, I re-sculpted this completely and I fit it to fit on a like Machine Man body. So this is what I really wanted to do. I just haven't ever got the chance to go around. I've got all these base bodies, and then with Marvel Legends coming out with just cooler and cooler, you know, and better articulation, I feel like, man, we can really, I can make it happen. It's just finding the time, which unfortunately I don't have anymore. And then don't ever forget these babies. The biker mice from freaking Mars. Oh my god, I love biker mice. This was probably my favorite vehicle. Throttle is my favorite biker mouse by miles. And I want to get this head cast, I think from Corey, and then I can fit it. Like, these are what I want. Like, man, the motorcycles here. The only thing that sucks is, actually, this is mine from a kid, actually. The only thing I'm missing are the missiles that fired out of the tailpipe. I still got the helmet. You know, you got to have the helmet. And then, you got your Vinny. I've got his helmet as well. I've got a moto somewhere in here, but I'm not sure where. I do have his bike, so that was always important. And a Marvel Legend would fit on these because these figures are fairly large. So I got Moto's bike, all chromed out. Still got the little machine gun mode. And then the hardest one for me, and I'm still working on this one, is is Vinny's bike. I keep getting closer with each purchase, it feels. I'm missing pieces. So this one I got from Danny LeBlanc, and it's got an extra chrome piece that I was missing, and this chrome piece on the top here, but it's still missing the front, and so I don't have that. So I still need the front piece and then the side piece. These are hard to. Vinny's bike is hard to find complete, at least. So still looking for that. Another really cool one here that I think you guys, you nostalgia boys, would greatly appreciate. Put these on the wall. But Boss Fight Studios is crushing it, man. Freaking Bucky O'Hare. Dead-Eye Duck was the moon. I love this character. These are really fun figures, too. Boss Fight Studios gives you just enough articulation and accessories to really have fun with these figures and go crazy. And these kind of fit in with the old stuff, too. Like, you can get the Frog Hopper, which I've got, or the Toad Stomper, whatever it was called. That crazy ship that had a little squeaky bottom that sounded like a frog whenever you jumped on it. But I don't have all of these, but I've been trying to just pick up the main crew. If they do Willie DeWitt, then I'll definitely pick him up. But, so yeah, those are super cool. I love collecting cartoon stuff and the video game stuff, so. Anyways, so that was fun. Yeah. Some of the stuff I can collect or just fun stuff, you know. I love it. Sancho Ryu says, "Are you still live?" I am, man. I've been going for 3.5 hours now. I get it. I get, like, whenever you got a good crowd, you might as well stay live, right? I'm getting work done. I'm just glad that I was able to get, like, stuff done as far as the fun lists. So afraid that I'm about to break this drill bit. I cannot believe I didn't. Gummy bears. Yeah, that was a fun one. Wow. Are you interested in the Megalopolis Battletoads? Yup. Yep, I certainly am. We are way long overdue for freaking Battletoads. Oh, hey, Enrique, just so you asked, look, I'm drilling a hole with my pliers. So yeah, sometimes it works. When you got to drill like a smaller hole, you can see how tiny that is. Captain McKay said, "I know you're a TMNT guy. Are you keeping up with Super 7 line? I love the look, but I'm Turtles only because of budget and space." I feel you on that one. So yeah, I am. I've got I grabbed Raphael and Leo. Leo just came in the other day, who is great. I grabbed Baxter, Stockman, and Splinter as well. But I didn't grab Bebop or Rocksteady or anything. I was like, no. But yeah, I definitely like the Super 7 stuff. And I thought I was going to pose them with those classic heads, the sculpts, but dude, those alternate heads are awesome. Those are so freaking cool. So yeah, I like the Super 7 stuff a lot. I love the nostalgia aspect. I love the fact that they're sticking with the classic colors because I love brown Donatello. In fact, I have the original Donatello on card in here. I have the original one and I have the re-release. Like, that's how much I love Donatello. I love Donatello so much that I bought a monster truck that has Donatello on it. I don't know why I do these things to myself. Yeah, I think Mandalorian made they made a lot of Star Wars fans. Even if if you weren't a crazy one before, you are now. And I think if you just had an inkling, it's crazy. Austin called Ori Bucky, and I love that. The alternates look like the old IDW comics to me. I don't know if I'll display them all with the Playmates heads off the new ones. They're awesome. Dude, they are. They're so cool. Oh my gosh, man. Speaking of IDW, if we could get a company to make IDW Turtles, Splinter, Shredder, Old Hob, Karai, Casey and April, Oh, and I need the neutrinos. So, McKay, if Super 7 does neutrinos, which Neca's going to do them. I just wonder if they'll do the flying car. I still have the foot soldier car that the tires flipped in. It's in bad shape. It wasn't mine from a kid because actually I think I set mine on fire. I don't know why, but I think it was fireworks. Pretty sure. That's why kids shouldn't have fireworks. I grew up in the country, so... Anyways, those are some things that I want. Car was dope, right? It was one of the coolest ones. Oh, yeah, I need to finish. Where are we at on the last Ronin right now? I read the first one. I haven't read the second one. Ori, who the hell is Bucky? Cobra Island, Cobra Vipers. Yeah, I'm not. If I find one, I might buy one, but I'm not gonna army build them. But I'll definitely be on the lookout. Hey, Darth, right on. That movie Casey's super cool. Cartoon Casey takes it for me, but the movie one is perfect. I mean, you can't. All of them though, man. Those damn. Neca's got me by the balls when it comes to the damn cartoon stuff. They're just too good. It sucks. It sucks that they're hard to find. That's what I hate. I burned the car, not my figures. I don't know how the car caught on fire still. I mean, I know with fire, but you know. Who knows? I was taking apart my G.I. Joes, though, when I was a kid, so... Yeah, what are you, some kind of punker? I hate punkers. Is that a Jose Canseco bet? Please, tell me you didn't spend money on this. It always cracked me up when I was a kid, man. I remember sitting there watching that, and Raph's like, damn! I'm like, that Ninja Turtle just said a bad word. What is going on? It's crazy. Blew my mind. Yeah, and always everybody thinks like since the movie... The live action movie is like the lowest on my... I always say, well, that's the lowest on my like meter. Doesn't mean I don't love the movie. I love the movie. But the cartoon's it. Where are you going? Out to a movie. That okay with you? Yeah. Those turtles killed me. He's going out again. Freaking Donatello. Whenever it's like... me and my buddy Ryan talk about this all the time. And this is like a thing between us. It's like every time they're... what was it? When Splinter is talking to April and telling him about the 4 baby turtles. And Mikey's like, that's us. And Donatello goes, oh no! Why did he do that? Why did he do that? I still don't understand what that was. Oh, no! It's like... Ridiculous. Oh boy, Samurai Turtles. I guess we'll get. Oh man, I really want IDW. I guess they're gonna push the live action as far as they can because we still need Tatsu. We need Sam Rockwell, bad, and Kino. Oh yeah, Cap, absolutely. Man, it drove me crazy. Donnie sounded so different. I was like, what is going on? He's my favorite, man. Oh, that's my question for you, Cap. Well, who's your favorite turtle? Oh, Chad, that's awesome. That's really, really cool. Draper, dude, Ghostbusters, man. Those VHSs saw it. We need Kino, man. That dude still looks great, too. There it went. I was waiting for that damn thing to break. Gosh dang it. Yep. Maybe later, Ashley. That's private. Those songs are private. To a Jack White song. Jack White sings about the weirdest things. Just the weirdest things. Yeah, McKay, I saw your top 10. Actually, that's what kind of inspired me to do tonight's live stream. I was sitting there watching you, and I was like, oh, man. And then I started seeing everybody doing them. I'm like, should probably do that. Should definitely do that. Definitely we need to... Yeah. Man, ugh. I've been trying for 30 years to answer the favorite turtle. I still don't have a solid answer, but Michelangelo is consistently relatable. That is awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. Oh, I didn't know that about Tatsu. Really? That's crazy. Oh, you think... So Don Draper, you like the emo turtle. You like Raph. That's all right. We all get emotional. Raph is the... People think that Raph's got like a temper and whatnot, but I think he's just sad. Just a sad Raph. That okay with you? So tired of everybody not understanding me. I don't know. It's funny. Like, I don't ever say the best turtle. It's your favorite turtle. Because I don't believe any turtle is best. Because they have to have each other. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Because without one, you don't have anything. Holy smokes. Whip that. God dang, that just broke that thing off. What? I can't use this. Bananas. Oh, rutabaga. Well, I think what I might want to do is instead of going to fix this thing, probably take a break and go get something to eat and see you guys on the next side. Next side? Sounds like I'm crossing over on the next live stream. I need to go eat something. Clearly. Yeah, I think with that little drill bit breaking off, I'll just I'll fix this later. But I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. It was awesome, as always. Went way longer than I expected. We're pushing 4 hours here. That's crazy. Yeah, man, thank you guys for showing up every time. You know, I'm always going to thank you for it. Yeah, it's been awesome. Thank you, Cap, for showing up. We're going to have... I'm going to try to do some guests later on, guys. So definitely expect Captain McKay on there. And Corey from Casting Cave. I got a few other guys that said they would love to be on here. So it'd be cool. I'm not going to turn into like a weekly thing, or maybe once a month. Or every now and then just have one. I don't want to like have that become a thing. Just, that's... No, I got to repair stuff. That's what we'll be doing. But yeah, thank you for showing up. If I don't see you before then, Happy New Year's. Please be safe. If you drink responsibly. Get yourself a Uber or a designated driver like myself. I would be the designated driver. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. For those that did, hopefully everybody enjoyed tonight. It's a long one, but yeah, thanks again. I see a lot of people out there saying Happy New Year's. It's gonna be a good year, guys. We're gonna push out of this one and definitely gonna start off the new one with a bang. It's gonna be awesome. But as always,